So
This time I've remembered sound.
you remember sound. Good start. So you guys, kind of after a few hours of, not a few hours, sorry, after about 30 minutes or so of kind of desperately swimming, you kind of manage to propel your kind of makeshift hunk of driftwood to shore. You can kind of see in the distance, kind of like the top of the mast of a ship sticking out water. It seems to have wedged on some part of the reef, and will likely be used as mariners as a waypoint for a while to come. But reminds you of the horrors you've so narrowly escaped. So you guys kind of come ashore in this kind of marshland. The kind of continental shelf has risen up and the water is shallow, but here vegetation is kind of growing quite thickly. The kind of water's quite murky. So everybody, I want you to roll me an athletics check, DC 20.
Literally has to be in that 20.
Oh, fuck off. Did anyone pass?
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Cal may have.
What was the DC?
20.
No.
Oh no.
No, my athletics is 0, so I didn't pass.
No.
Well, I gave you all the chance. So, this, coupled with the wounds you sustained for some of you and just the sheer exertion of the longest and fastest swim you guys have done in your collective experiences, you kind of come ashore panting for breath. You kind of almost just drop down on the nearest kind of bit of dry land you can find.
The pirate's life is not for me.
I can't believe I survived. Is everyone else okay?
Fuck. Ah. I'm so sorry.
Having issues.
I didn't realise I could do that. Sorry.
No worries.
Well,
Yes, Tarek, you've obviously kind of suffered quite serious injuries in the course of the last battle, so imagine the effort of this swim for you has been pretty tricky.
Yeah. If it weren't for my trusty teleporting boots, then I fear I may have drowned altogether. Oh, no, I'd be fish food by now.
So as you kind of assess your surroundings, you realise you can't really see too far amongst all this kind of like thick kind of vegetation, but you can kind of see that you're obviously a long way from Warden, where you kind of set off on the ship, travelled a fair bit north, but it's quite an inhospitable place from the looks of it. You can kind of hear the buzzing of a myriad selection of insects kind of all around you. There seems to be quite dense vegetation that's offering them shelter.
Don't call Titus dense vegetation.
He's not that
Whatever
smart.
Titus is, he's full fat.
Yeah, he's not that.
So, as you guys are kind of getting your breath back, kind of listening out. In fact, have a roll me a perception check. Your exhaustion will cancel out your favoured terrain, so just regular. First 1d20. Okay, so you don't notice anything immediately problematic about this this place. You do have a notice. There's kind of a small stone fountain over in the distance. It looks quite overgrown, but you can tell that there's been kind of a well, you know for sure it's not natural. Somebody has been here to make.
Civilization. Oh, thank goodness. But I'm going to examine the fountain. Is it similar to the one we found in the Dragon's Cave? Just asking.
Not quite. This one is kind of built into the terrain a little bit. The stone is. You can see that the kind of dispensing part of this fountain comes out of the stone hillside that it's set into.
Is there water flowing?
Looks like it.
Well, we need to rest up before we make any move getting back to Warden, so let's make our way over.
As you say that, you hear the distinct sound of a branch snapping. Everybody on initiative.
Oh, well, that was good.
Holy shit, we're just... Oh my god!
Could I have another initiative tracker?
Look at how beautiful this is, Crispy!
Another initiative tracker.
Oh,
Can you
fucking
not
hell.
see this one?
I was just saying I need a separate one. I've got a...
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the actual board. Yes, you may.
Just like, oh, I'm so over you, plebes. I'm going to go to my own initiative tracker up here. I rolled a nat 20 on my board.
I can't move my initiative marker. Can someone put it on 11, please?
11. Sure thing.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Thank you.
And then one for them.
Who's homie?
Homie, the homunculus. Because it's typed homie.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Those things
What
are-
are those fucking things?
So, whatever they are, you kind of hear them coming. They, an approach has been given away by this kind of creaking.
I would probably, Crispy, just as a heads up, I would probably lock all of his shit, just because otherwise people are going to grab stuff accidentally.
Yeah. It's not a terrible idea. Trees and stuff I'll leave. I'll lock the board in the box. All the shit people are probably going to stand on.
Wow,
You guys,
this looks fucking stunning, though.
you guys are going to be somewhere over by the fountain. Okay, so Hal, you'll first notice the approach of these things. Or is he just ignoring us?
Jace?
You might be having some technical issues there, Jason. We can't hear you.
Can you guys not hear me at all?
Oh,
No, very faint.
Yeah, going through Pascal's. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I can't hear anything wrong.
Is that got my mic to work or not?
That's better, yeah.
There we go. That's much better. Okay, so yep, you're the
sorry,
first
I'm
to kind of see these things approaching.
Okay. I mean, besides just breaking down and crying at this point.
Yeah, besides that.
I mean, that is a solid option.
Yeah, just look into a ball and
Keep it in the back pocket.
if bears, let you go when you go in the fetal position.
They do look like animals of some kind.
Okay, so no one else has noticed them. Obviously, I'm just gonna be like, guys, this shit.
Guy?
Okay. Yeah, and
It's a funny thing.
oh shit. I'm assuming we're just that they are hostile straight off the bat, or do we not know yet?
All you know is that they're approaching you.
All you know is that Crispy has to.
And you can only move in 6-second increments.
Okay.
Give them the fucking burner, mate.
Just fucking go for it. They could be nice for all we know.
Do you want to have tea with them? Chat?
Chris has you
I mean,
covered in that case.
if they're animals, can I try to speak to animals?
You can try.
In the hopes that Crispy puts on an amazing voice, can I cast Speak of Animals on number 1?
Something like it.
Okay.
Is it an
Please have a
animal?
voice. Please have a voice.
You cast Speak with Animals on on number 1 here.
Hello. Just wave at him. See if he responds.
This thing, you kind of hear its calls as just food.
Okay. We're fucked.
What? Are we dinner?
Yeah.
Shit.
So, guys,
What a surprise! That I
they're
got.
not friendly.
We need to go
Just
back to
saying
the
it
beach and get them some fish. They're hungry.
Piece of action as well. I'm just going to casually move, higher ground.
Yep.
And that's me done. Yeah.
Okay. Up next is Shug.
Shug. For now, I don't really know what to do. I'm just looking at my spells. I am going to, just in case, because I have no idea what these things do. I'm going to start playing my bagpipes, and I am going to play counter charm. So I'll start playing. So I'll sort of get into the middle of all of us and start playing on my bagpipe.
Mhm.
And basically, any friendly creatures within 30 feet have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Frightened or charmed, sure.
Yeah, just in
So-
case. I have no idea what these things do, but maybe.
Ooh.
So you guys kind of hear Shug's kind of bagpipes spool up for a bit, and then this kind of tune comes out, and you kind of feel your courage being bolstered a little bit. As these things approach, they seem to almost kind of be spurred on by this music. They don't know what it is. Maybe they think it's the distress call of prey. Who knows?
It's my mating call. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Is it the end of my turn? Yes, it is the end.
Tarek.
Perhaps I should try a new invention.
God.
Are they big and lumbering?
They're kind of they take up a 10-foot square thing, and they look to be reasonably kind of large and you would guess lumbersome. They're not moving particularly quickly towards you, but they're definitely intent on getting to you.
I see. Hang on, I'm just counting a range.
I'm taking pictures, sorry.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the front here, so I'm within a 50-foot range. Well,
Okay.
within.
The tank is at the front. Good.
Yeah.
So you kind of come to the edge of this little kind of raised bit of land and take cover behind a reasonably sized shrub.
I'm then going to go, Experiment 1! And rip a device that flings out and skims across the surface of the water towards this one. Kind of like a Beyblade. as it skims across. It's going to stop just before the monster starts spinning a little faster, before just erupting into flames and spitting it as it spins round. I'm casting Flaming Sphere.
Flaming Sphere, okay.
Cool. It's got a cast range of 60 feet, sorry.
60 feet, yep.
It's a concentration up to 1 minute, and a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice. Within range, it lasts for the duration. An alarm is going off for my fish. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must take a dexterity saving throw. And the creature takes fire damage on a failed save, half as much on a success.
Okay.
Wow.
As a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet.
Yep.
What?
If I ram the sphere into a creature, it must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage.
This nigga's using a remote control Beyblade. Okay, guess that'll be a dexterity saving throw then. Decent.
Yeah, as I'm actually going to hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't quite hit the other one. But yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to just kind of like hit it and keep it in this square here.
Okay, so what's the DC for that save?
That will be a DC 15 dex save.
He fails it, so that's 2d6 damage. You want to roll that up for me?
Cool. 2d6, and since I'm an alchemist, I get my int modifier on top of this. So it's 2d6 plus 4 fire damage. That'll be 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
12 fire damage.
12 fire damage. So you see this thing kind of... you can see this thing kind of like stop in its tracks and kind of rear up onto its hind legs as this sphere kind of erupts in front of it. You can kind of see that it's kind of flesh. You can see kind of steam visibly rise off of it.
Ooh.
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 Very cool.
Okay.
Roll on.
Roland?
Unless you have any bonus actions for that turn.
No, the bonus action was to
It's
kind
next.
of because I could cast it next to him, and then I used it to move it into him and back again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In which case it is indeed a...
Okay. Not a whole lot I can do. I'm in extreme range of a kunai throw at 60 feet. But
Remember, you can ready actions as well. Kind of...
what's the benefit?
So that means that, like, say if you know that you can't reach somebody in a turn, you can move a certain amount and then use an action to ready an attack. Then if someone comes into you, into your range, you can make an attack.
Okay.
That's kind of how that one works.
Alright. Well, in that case, what I'll do is hop down over here to this tree. So I'm in sort of semi-cover in case this thing's got a ranged attack. Number 2. Well, yeah, I guess I'll ready an action.
Okay. In which case, then Titus, I'd imagine.
I'm actually gonna. So Titus knows the importance of mountains, so he's gonna sort of yell back to the others. Make your way to the high ground! and try to. Oh, someone accidentally moved that. And then he's gonna get out one of his javelins, and because he's stupid, he's pretty stupid. He's gonna wade into the water here.
Mm-hmm. So the water kind of comes up to your thigh, Titus, but the kind of a silty deposit at the bottom of this kind of swamp sticks to your sandals, so it's kind of rough terrain, but you can definitely get it that far in.
Oh, okay. And then he's just gonna, while he's stood in the middle of the water, he's just gonna use the space to hurl a javelin, the same one that Torek went for.
Mm-hmm.
Reckless, bonus action, rage.
Yep. So that'll just be the one dice, please.
Yep. Oh! That's going to be... sorry. It is going to be a 25.
Mm-hmm. Hits.
Okay. It's 12 damage.
12 damage. So, Titus, you kind of see this sphere of fire kind of erupt between you and this creature. And as the creature kind of rears back, you hurl this javelin. It kind of passes straight through this kind of sphere of flame and into this creature. And it kind of looks down as in kind of surprise as this javelin is now kind of protruding from its flesh. Although you can quickly see that the kind of the tip of the javelin starts to hiss and fizzle, and eventually the shaft drops to the ground.
What? He has his second attack, so he's just going to throw another one at it.
Mm-hmm.
See if it does the same thing. And he's fucking missed. That's 11.
You don't manage to catch this thing again. As this kind of javelin flies towards Mark, the kind of creature's, what you guess, feeding appendages kind of pluck it from the air, and kind of one powerful crunch, they kind of snap this thing in half and kind of discard it as it splashes down into the swamp water.
He's just going to be very shocked. That's not...
Okay, Yendon.
Hey. Just remind me, Hunter, what was the buff?
So we get advantage on being frightened, or on saving throws against being frightened or being charmed. Only us, though, not the enemies.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just checking. So, heeding Titus's words, because he's a more tactical genius than I, I'm going to move towards the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But stay on this bit of land.
Stay just on the edge there. So you've kind of got a little bit of this kind of murky swamp estuary.
Yeah.
You could probably hop it 75 foot.
I think I'll leave the movement there for this time. And I'm going to try out my new holy water by using a sprinkle of it to cast Bless, level 1 spell, on 3 characters, which is going to be Titus, Ruin, and Torek.
Oh, Bless!
So, as long as I concentrate for up to a minute, every attack roll and saving throw you make, you can add a d4 to the roll.
Nice.
Bless.
So Yendon kind of reaches into to his kind of armor and pulls his holy symbol out. You kind of hear him kind of start to chant something. You don't kind of really focus on what he's saying, but kind of Torek, Rulin, and Titus, you kind of start to feel kind of almost as if something is watching over you. It's in a kind of a reassuring kind of way.
Not in a scary,
nightmare.
Scary
through your window at 2 a.m. anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you want it to be. Then it can be. And then as for the rest of my turn, I'm just going to make sure I've got my shield out and my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
that's
you
it.
kind of ready your weapons. Kind of shake the worst of the moisture out of the crossbow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Homunculus turn, which we probably need to get an icon for. Guy, this is your homunculus for the time being.
Ah, lovely, nice. I'm actually really unsure what to do with him right now. Oh, he does have a ranged attack. That is nice. I will check the range of his ranged attack, which is 30 feet. He's gonna move up near. My boomer blade flies out in front of Titus, flying about 5 feet in the air, and it's gonna shoot out its own little boomer blade at number 1.
Okay, roll that attack.
Way.
As a
Just a
summon structure, it doesn't have to roll disadvantage. Can't get exhausted.
Plus
And put it on
5,
the
so
dining room.
13.
So this boomer blade kind of being smaller doesn't really find the purchase in this thing's flesh it's looking for. So this kind of thing pesters this creature as it comes on. It doesn't seem to do any visible damage.
Awesome. That'll be its turn.
Okay, brings us to Tress.
Alrighty, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. What number is it?
boy.
Number
60
1.
feet range?
Yeah, I've got 120 feet for Eldritch Blast, and because
okay.
it's fine, I ignore. So would I get a decent shot on it from here?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna do double.
Okay, so we'll have to roll separately because each of them's going to be a disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
So get the first one going.
So that's 18.
It's a hit.
Okay. Shall I do the hit dice for that, or do the other?
Let's work out the other one, see if it hits first, and we can do damage together if necessary.
That one is 11.
That's a miss. So
Okay.
roll me that one.
1d10 plus 5. 6.
6 damage. So it was a long shot. You kind of see this bolt kind of impact a few kind of hanging leaves and twigs on its way there, which dissipates some of the energy. But what's left of the bolt does hit this creature, and it does seem to do a little bit of damage. But it's still coming at you undeterred.
Yeah, I'll probably just stay where I'm at. Actually, I might move a spot to the left. Yeah, cool. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these creatures are going to have their turn. So 30.
Oof.
Guys, we got to get the fuck out of here. We have to get the fuck out of here.
So this thing is going to use his kind of appendages to just lash out at this little homunculus that's been causing. So it wasn't the homunculus that did the fireball, but he's going to lash out all the same with his kind of his appendages.
Guy, you should get a marker for the fireball.
Okay, so that's a 12.
What?
Guy, 12. Guy, you're on mute.
That is quite a modifier.
Oh, that is a huge modifier. And he's not here, so Crispy's going to punish him. Oh.
I don't know why he's muted. What could
I
have
think
popped
Yaz
up?
was talking to him.
I think he said his fish was ready before, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, sorry, I was taking that out the oven. I can tell you.
Punish him for seeking sustenance in an opportune time.
He just misses the sea. He wants the fish.
So, the homunculus has had an attack made against him of 12. So, what's his AC?
His AC is 13.
So this thing manages to kind of like pull back at the last minute. These kind of things kind of lashing back against it, and seeing that happen, this thing's just going to keep on pushing. It's going to kind of swing at it with his fist this time, because it's a bit longer. 21.
Gonna do it, isn't it?
That one does hit. So,
That fucking modifier, Jesus.
so it's 9 damage. The homunculus guy.
Okay.
What's that thing's max HP out?
I'm just trying to find that out. Hit points is equal to the con mod plus intelligence mod plus my level. Jesus. Okay, so it's 1 plus 4 plus... Well, it's level 6 now, so it's got 11 health.
11 health. So this thing kind of takes... As it pulls back from these kind of mouthpiece things, it kind of takes a heavy hit from this thing's kind of flailing arms.
Oof. Oh no. My boy.
The other one is too far away to do anything, so he's going to kind of take his action to actually make a dash.
Oh, fuck. Oh, great.
And we're back round to Havel.
I need that off you. Thank you. There we go. Which one's the speaky bit? That's the speaky bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Hi. Cool.
You don't need
I can hear
to
Pascal laughing at you in the background.
So, from me, how high is this rock?
So this is kind of like a bit of a vertical. You would guess is about 15 feet.
15 feet, eh? That's nice. And how far away am I? 5, 10, 15, so I'm going to move a little bit closer, aren't I? Wait. So that's 15. Need to be 10, somewhere around here. Cool. So if I move to like here, and then
So 20 feet, yep.
pop out a spyglass and stare at the tree for extended periods of time.
So you kind of push the end on aside a little bit, and reach into your pouch and kind of whip out the spyglass. You kind of look up there to the tree, and you kind of see through the spyglass the kind of bark in great detail. It seems to be a fairly old tree with some kind of rot set into the bark. You kind of get a good idea of what it's like for about 5 seconds before you kind of realise you're still standing.
Shit, how long
exactly
has it
where you
been?
are.
It's dawn, isn't it?
Oh.
Is it?
Every 24-hour period.
Oh,
Damn it!
it's not another day, is it? Oh.
I love how he kept track of that.
Oh,
At
Crispy,
least
you
one of us
piece of
did.
shit!
Hey, it's not my responsibility. I just homebrew the items. I don't make them.
God damn it! I'm still. God damn
I
it!
don't make the rules. Well,
I just make
do
them.
make
Oh, well, I
the
do, but you're asking.
I've got visions of you making this dramatic entrance, coming in, being like,
Yeah, just
shit.
pushing past and at the end on stand aside and just pulling a spyglass out and just staring through it.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So you use your bonus action to do that.
And
You
I am
still have an
gonna
action.
move the fuck back. So when
With your
I'm
10
fine.
remaining feet.
Yeah. So as long as I'm on the opposite side of someone.
He knows how to play Ranger.
So in that case,
So yeah, kind of Havel pushes past Yendorn, who's busy praying. Pulls his spike myself. Proceeds to turn around, push back past Yendorn the other way.
yeah, that's a treat. So I think I have. Let me have a look at my D&D Beyond. One sec.
No, you're having to reassess your plan.
Yeah. What I forgot on my inventory. Not walloping, but if I'm right. So we're playing improvised explosive arrow. And number one seems like he's in a pretty good place right now. I joke. No, I'm going to shoot 2 normal arrows at it, though.
Okay. So they will be at disadvantage. So
Yep.
roll me them set.
So first one.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Is a miss.
Okay.
This arrow just kind of sails slightly past its shoulder.
Oh, 25.
You adjust your aim accordingly, and this one hits. So roll me back, please.
That will be a 12.
12 damage. Okay. So you see this arrow kind of find a bit of a gap between this thing's kind of barky exterior, and you kind of hear it kind of give out a little bit of a cry. So this one seems to have found its mark. Okay, Shug.
I am going to go here. Wait, how do cones work? I'm just trying to work it out in terms of, can I get a cone which will hit this creature, but it will not hit anyone else? So if like the edge of the right hand edge of the cone was,
You can hit them both.
no, because it's got to be everything, and that will hit
Yeah,
you.
that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
You sure about that?
No.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
So usually cones like 5, then 15, and then
Is
kind
it
of
like
goes out.
like a right angle, or is it like?
It's
It's
1,
right.
then 2,
Depends
then
which way-
3.
Yeah, so
depends
it's
which
like
way
a
you're trying
like a
to-
sort of right angle, right?
Yeah, if you're casting it like diagonally this way, then it would be the cone. If you were casting kind of straight along, it would be kind of 1, then 3, then 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, how good's your wisdom, Chaz?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not wisdom, but if it was Dex, would be now we're talking. But
wait. That my thing lasts until the end of my next turn, so you'll have advantage on it.
If it's charmed or frightened, yeah.
You'll have advantage on it.
okay.
Oh, risky. Okay, fine.
So that would cancel it out to a regular roll.
Oh, it's
I'm
still just a regular because we're
Cancels
we're
disadvantage.
exhausted. Oh,
No.
Then you have
maybe not.
less as well.
Exhaustion's ability checks, not saving throws. For level 1,
Yeah.
it's only ability checks, so he'd have advantage.
Oh, okay. If it's not an ability check, then yeah.
Because level 3 it says attack rolls and saving throws. So level 1.
Oh, wait.
Would-
So does that mean our attacks are not a disadvantage?
No, attacks on a disadvantage.
Yeah, no.
It's only ability checks.
Oh.
Is
I mean, unless Crispy wants to fucking make it level 3.
Unless suddenly you will have level 3. Crispy gets pissed off if that's the case as well. You will have level 3.
I might have just got this completely wrong. 'Cause I was going kind of from memory on this.
Well, I mean, I'm going off the table, and it says level 3 disadvantage on attack rolls and
Yeah,
saving.
it's on the little quick reference sheet.
Oh no, it does.
as well.
Yeah, that's
Nice,
fair. I
nice.
thought it's just disadvantage flat on everything.
No, level 1's only
I
disadvantage.
mean,
on ability checks.
you do have the power.
No, Hunter's right. He's that's fair enough. Disadvantage on the build checks. So I've been making a little bit.
Nigga, this fight should be easy, bro.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. I'm gonna do a cone, which basically goes off in that direction, so it will hit these two creatures and Titus and the homie.
Homunculus.
So it is concentration up to a minute. Wisdom saving throw. I'm doing fear at level 3. I should have specified.
Yes, fear at level 3. So wisdom saving throws. So for number 1. That's going to be a 3, so I think that's a fail.
Yep.
And a 6, so I'm guessing also another fail.
That is also a fail. And then Chaz, you roll 1, and also for the homie. Is that?
That'll be Guy.
So Guy, wisdom saving throw for your homie, and Titus.
No, he's a mechanical construct. He won't suffer fear.
I did.
Okay.
I failed mine. I got a 12.
Oh,
12
fuck.
plus 1, so I failed.
Did you roll with advantage?
Does the homunculus have a sword?
Charlie,
Yeah,
you also had a D4 from.
Yes, because he's blessed.
Wait,
I forgot mine!
the DC is 15.
Come on! Rick, you are the fucking man! What?
Fuck. Oh, that's worked out like perfect.
Oh my
So
god!
each creature is now frightened, and this lasts for up to a minute. Whilst frightened by the spell, the creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature. So basically, they keep running until they can no longer see me.
Oh, free spell. Okay.
But Hunter, tell us how you cast that. Like, I want to know how do you cast that spell?
So basically, I'll start playing the bagpipes even more viciously, and the two creatures will just suddenly like shit their pants, and an image will be projected on their head of basically their predator.
Oh, hey.
The music sort of turns me in their eyes into their predator, and they freak out.
That's dope.
Okay. Sorry.
I didn't like that roll.
Bro, all of a sudden, those opportunity attacks like
Oh, look, the natural predator has shown up. Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to move my. How should I do it? Yeah, I'll move it back and hit this one in the back. So that'll be a DC 15 on the dex saving throw again.
Alrighty.
I miss British chips so much. Oh.
It's a failure. It's another 2d6 damage.
You could just make them.
Guys, that fish and chips.
Oh my god!
And-
6 damage, 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage to
fish
number 2.
It was a meal deal from Coop. You got 2 cod fillets, a box of fish fingers, chips, peas, and ice cream for a $5.
And you threw in a whole can of sausage and beans just to,
And sausage and beans.
in case it wasn't enough.
You're hungry, mate.
I am! I haven't had lunch! Leave me alone!
Also, Cal, that gift. Oh, fuck me.
Alrighty then.
I am also going to perform the help action.
On
I'm going to perform the help action on Roland to help his next attack against number 1.
on who? Roland.
Yeah, Roland.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, real.
You're giving me the help action.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because the help action targets. I think it targets a friendly and an enemy. It has to be both of them. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and
Cool.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just stand underneath it and go down here to like divert its attention. It just comes in and attacks.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing a dangerous game there, guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
He's only doing it because they're not. He knows that they're not going to attack him on the next turn. He would never do this normally.
Unless,
He's just
unless
going
they
to
roll,
look down and think.
I'm feeling
"Snap."
bold.
unless they roll to break out of it, which they can do, right?
You see, over here, he's got a plate of fish and chips and peas, and over here, he's got some sausage and beans. Like, so it's like, what does he want more? Does he want the fish and chips, or does he want the sausage and beans?
Oh,
Oh, for
mate.
fuck's sake!
I am in a happy place right now.
I saw that,
I'm good.
Crispy.
I hate how it spawns it in the middle of the table. Not my.
What?
I made the battle too easy for us, and so he's changing
Yeah.
it.
It's because I thought we were going to get disadvantage on everything.
Okay, so Ruin.
Yep, you're up.
All right, you'll hop back around this side, work his way around to here, and attack number 1 with his Ninjato, which does not have a +1. I mean, is it even worth the D4?
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Wait, advantage because of the help action.
Cancels the disadvantage. So
it's. I understand what we're doing.
so yeah, because of a help. Oh no, of course no.
Oh no, the help.
No,
Yeah,
no.
sorry.
I was rolling with
Right, I completely. We just talked about it 2 seconds ago, and I completely forgot.
stuff.
18.
Hits.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
6. 8 damage.
8 damage.
So I don't get that blessed towards damage, do I? It's only.
You don't. No.
No, attack rolls and savings.
What was that roll?
He's not telling us.
Follow-up attack still with advantage, or is it only on the first?
It'll be just.
For the entire attack action, I think.
You actually know it's multi-attack, which is the same action. So yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So with advantage again.
It's always such a kind of finicky little part of the rules. But yeah, that's a hit.
That's
Monks are kind of weird how they do stuff.
7.
7 damage.
And then I will attempt a stunning strike. So that's
Stunned and frightened.
Constitution saving throw.
We're wrangling up this here steer.
Crispy?
Sorry, say again.
Stunning strike, so it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That means he's doing stuff. He's doing something.
Oh, fails that, so he is stunned.
Now one.
You're
Very
not good for
stunned.
saving throws, are you, Crispy?
No,
Run.
not today. Not
Crispy,
today.
why didn't you give us a challenge, bro? Oh no!
This has worked out very well for Torek so far.
Yeah. So this thing is like kind of actually not only stunned, but it kind of keels over.
Oh, nice.
Can't get that.
So-
horizontal. Anyway.
If you flip it and then flick it.
Yeah,
Like
so
this.
let's leave. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
only, yep, just roughly.
Try
We should just, yeah, it's. We all know it's lame now.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there. We all know.
So the sword attacks, how do its wounds look?
So as you kind of slash across this thing's flesh, you see that kind of the swords actually kind of break off quite a thick layer of mud from this thing. So they kind of bite into this kind of very hard bark-like flesh. And as you kind of pull the sword out, you kind of see the edge start to hiss and fizzle. You very quickly flick this blood off. You can see it's kind of left a bit of an etching in the kind of edge of your blade.
Okay. I'll attempt an unarmed strike then. So again, now because that's the end. So that second sword attack would have been the end of my
Yeah,
attack.
that's about one attack. So if you're making unarmed strike, that's a separate thing, which will be just
Yes,
a
there's
ranged attack roll.
You know how
Yes, it's no
advantage
longer.
though, because it's stunned, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, that's fair.
Yeah,
point.
I didn't even think about that. Well, that's
Yeah, you do have advantage from, but not from help.
okay. Yeah. Come on, 20. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
One of the players knows the rules now.
I used to play a monk, and literally all I did was just stunning strike, stunning strike, stunning strike.
It's,
That is
the way
very
you do
powerful.
monks.
6 damage.
Like stunning a fucking dragon is one of the most like
And-
satisfying things ever.
I don't know in case it counts, but unarmed attacks count as magical, just in case.
This one does not seem to have any extra effect.
Okay. I just mean just in case the sword attacks weren't having the full effect.
Okay,
Turn over.
Titus.
All right, Titus is going to go full Chad now. So this one's knocked over.
Mhm.
Okay. So in that case, he can move here for free, right?
Yeah.
With an opportunity attack. Great. So he's going to move up to this guy, and then with he's going to have his shield out with his battle axe. He's already raging, so he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to go reckless.
Ooh.
That's 22.
That's a hit.
7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And that is 12.
Which is a miss.
But he's got the ancestors now, so that's
Okay. Yendon.
I'm going to keep it pretty simple, and I'm just going to Sacred Flame number 1. So it needs to do a
It
dexterity
automatically
saving throw.
fails it. It's
Auto fail.
stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well then, it takes 2d8 damage. Takes 11 damage.
It's 11 damage. Okay.
And that's it. Not going to do anything else.
Alrighty. Homunculus.
Homunculus say. You know what? I ain't gonna risk it. He's gonna move to this square, perform the disengage action,
Okay.
and then he's gonna fly another 20 feet into the air out of reach,
Sure.
directly upward on that spot. And that will be the conclusion of Homie's turn.
Alrighty. Brings us around to Triss.
Mix it up and Eldritch Blast. Both on number 1.
Yep, so advantage on both.
Jesus.
Okay, so do them separate.
Yeah.
Remember, you get a +1.
So that's 12 plus 9, that's
It's a hit.
21. And then
Good job you had advantage.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's 2 hits.
Cool. Alrighty. Yes. I haven't got the right page up. See it?
Oh!
16 plus... plus 10, right?
Plus 10,
Yeah.
so 26 damage.
2 8s on 2d8.
Very nice. There we go. Back to it.
So as this thing's kind of like lying stunned in the kind of marshy water, you kind of just put 2 bolts straight into its chest. You can see that like a lot of this kind of like dried mud is kind of blown from this creature. Like a fair amount of its kind of flesh is kind of split asunder by these bolts. Seems to have had quite an impact. Okay. So this one he's going to use half his movement to stand up.
He can't while he's stunned.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's stunned as well as not prone. this one is not going to do anything.
Basically.
However, this number 2 is going to take some attacks at Titus.
Nah.
First one,
Gonna have to dash away. Bye bye.
of course, it's feared. I need to really use some of these.
It needs to dash away from me.
I need to use some of these what they call condition modifiers, so I can actually keep track of shit.
Yeah, they're both frightened.
Alrighty, 60 feet.
If you right click,
Opportunity
yeah,
attack.
you can write a description underneath them, and then you can
20.
to keep track of it. Like that.
Reckless opportunity attack.
Uh-huh.
Ooh! That was a close
What's
one.
before, just in case.
It's 6 damage.
Okay, 6 damage.
Oh, wait, no, not 6. 8 damage. Sorry.
8 damage, right, okay. So you kind of managed to put the axe into this thing's back as it turns to flee. Alrighty. Now, as you guys are kind of fighting these things, you kind of hear kind of crunching of something heavy breaking. And kind of out of the kind of deeper forest, you kind of see this kind of thing pushing through several trees.
Oh, what
Oh
the
my god!
Having heard these bagpipes obnoxiously loud in its forest, and the actually is this massive apex predator has emerged from the jungle, and it is going to go and just take a chunk out of number 2, seeing the prey.
Oh god.
Oh god! We angered him!
fuck?
Run!
I like how
So
it's called
that's
Nightmare
a
Fuel.
26.
What? Is that modifier?
That's 3d12 plus 8.
I was just supposed to TP Chaos now. That's
I literally the only thing that would not hit
23.
me with on that thing is on that.
Go! Climb!
don't get higher. It'll see us.
Fucking hide!
So this thing kind of just reaches down and just kind of tears this thing in half and kind of stuffs half of its mouth of its body into its mouth. And then it turns and sees all of you.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
This is what we summoned when we chose the wrong god.
Oh god, we gotta fucking run.
Can you just flee a battle? Can we?
Yeah,
And
we can.
do you know about 18 I rolled for it? That was its initiative.
Oh!
Can we? Oh,
Okay.
Can we just not like?
Can I have a long rest before we kill this guy?
Run. We can run.
Okay, how do
Titus
you
wouldn't know that.
Just out of question.
Titus, that's very true.
Definitely.
That is
Definitely.
very
But
Titus
you
is the
hunted
only one
man.
who's going to go for it.
No, actually, now you mention that, this is about to get real sad. Alright, everybody get out of here.
No,
Oh!
no,
Get out of here.
I will not let you die.
Yeah, you know what?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's entitled.
Go.
I love how it's named Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it
no.
Have
Definitely.
you seen it?
That is terrifying, to be fair.
Get out of here, guys.
Who's saying it?
It's Havel's turn.
It's my turn.
I'm concerned that it can probably run fast.
It's quite lumbersome and big and hulking. I mean,
Hey,
it
you
smashed
got
those
anything
trees
that
out of the way.
explode?
Use the boom
Shut up.
arrow.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Well, you could try talking to it.
I could try to
I
do
don't
it,
think it's an
scream at me
animal.
and kill me.
How's its wisdom? Can I charm it?
You don't know what its wisdom is. You
I've got to say that's
could try.
That almost sounds like a possibly.
Anything's possible with a nat 20.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
The age-old lie.
Well, no, because if it's wisdom's over 4, it doesn't even count. It doesn't even work, does it?
I mean, he is nightmare fuel. I would assume, think of your worst nightmare. Pop it on his head. That's one of his hats.
Right, let me double check exactly what it says. Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's intelligence of 4 or higher, not wisdom. Sorry. And must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Ah. Nah, fuck it. Bonus action, because why not? Because we're here. I'll how far is Hunter's Mark? 90 feet.
You're a bit further than 60 feet, just, I think.
It's 90 for Hunter's Mark.
Oh, it's 90, in which case, yeah, you're probably okay.
Yeah, go on. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on Nightmare Fuel.
Okay.
First one, let's fire
That's what his mum called him.
improvised explosive arrow.
This can only go well.
It can only go well. This is my thought exactly. So this is my last one. Let's hope it's a 20. It is. Oh, it's an unnatural 20.
So as this kind of arrow impacts this thing's torso and detonates, it barely flinches.
Cool. We're fucked. We're all so fucked. What happened? What?
You got a
I'm
20 in
An
there.
unnatural 20 doesn't hit it.
Yeah. Okay. Just because I have the extra action, I'll fire an arrow at it because why not?
Try it. Yeah.
At this point, what the fuck? Why not? 21.
Is a miss.
Are you kidding me?
The arrow kind of sticks into this thing's carapace, but the kind of head barely goes in. This creature doesn't show any signs of acknowledging this hit.
Okay, and with my movement, how do I flee?
Off the edge of the map.
Legitimately, though, are we all fleeing? Or
Most of us will, yeah. You don't know.
We all will.
okay, so long as that's
Honestly, yeah, I don't think
Because
it's going to benefit.
as soon as Havel didn't do fuck all, he would have been like, right, I'm out. He would have been like, fuck this. So
I pissed off the DM. Never piss off the DM.
We don't take kindly to rules, laws around here.
You've been here for a session and 1 hour, and you've pissed him off.
we've got through like
It's like the one thing to never say.
If there's one thing Crispy doesn't like, it's actually.
Well, actually.
My other DM does this.
So yeah, yeah. I'm done.
Get out of here.
He would have been screaming, "Let's fucking leg it!" That exploded. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
So Havel kind of like
did nothing.
puts this explosive arrow, and you've all kind of felt the power of these arrows in the past. You've seen them kind of blow over a small wagon, but this thing just kind of takes it in its stride. He kind of, he's Havel's pretty experienced militarily, so if he's deciding to cut his losses, you realise it's probably not a bad option. Okay, so this thing, kind of having finished kind of devouring this this creature and kind of having its attention drawn by this explosive arrow, kind of move towards you guys.
Oh.
Knocking over trees as it goes.
It had already seen us. Like,
Sure. Yeah. Oh, look at him.
Get out of here, guys.
And as it kind of approaches, it kind of lets out this kind of ear-splitting kind of roar, which is kind of quite high-pitched, more so than you would think from its size. And you can kind of hear its kind of pincers kind of clacking together.
Maybe it's just really tiny. And this is an illusion.
Didn't we just see it rip?
Oh, it ended its turn in the flaming sphere!
It did. So dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
It's not over yet, boys.
Dex 20.
No, it hits. 2d6 damage.
Ooh,
Boy.
boy.
This is where it's
We're having roast crab tonight.
Give him the burner, guy.
10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. So this thing kind of puts its kind of one of its legs down and kind of lands through this flaming sphere, and you see it very quickly kind of withdraw its foot from this thing.
Ooh. we can't fight.
But that is the end of its go. Shrug. Oh, shrug.
Okay.
Call you shrug. I don't know why.
Shrug. Well,
I have an idea. Bagpipes, maybe.
I have a one Hail Mary, and this is 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, it's in range. I cast Fear at 3rd level.
Oh god.
It's gonna be immune to charm.
Frighten, Fear. I cast Fear.
Unfortunately, Titus is right. This thing is immune to psychology.
No.
Being the size it is, this thing is scared of very little.
Maybe it had a predator.
Go.
Spend the last 5.
But do you
5
really want
feet.
to see bats?
Plus, I mean, when Shug first cast Fear on these things, is that what these things saw? Like,
Yeah, they're probably.
was that
Yeah.
why they were running away?
It heard the call of its mate.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
It's gonna mate with you, Titus.
I like how I love it when people realise the shortcomings of something during the session. It's just it's an added bonus.
Get out of here, guys. Get out of here.
You mean there are downfalls to playing my bagpipes really, really loud in an unknown environment?
in a very hostile world, yeah. But yes, that is
That's the end of my. Is it the end of my turn? Yes, it is the end of my turn.
Okay, Tarek.
I'm just going to look at my spell list right here. Nope. I don't think it gonna cut it, Chief.
God, look how little you are. Look how small you are. Look how little he is.
Luckily, I have a special technique for moments such as this. Run for your life! I'm gonna use my movement action and then my actual action to dash.
Yep, fair enough. So
my bonus action is going to shoot the flaming sphere up into the air into its head, though.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Torek kind of turns tail and very rapidly withdraws from the battlefield, leaving this orb in place.
Oh, it takes an attack because I'm ramming him with it.
Okay, so the saving throw.
Oh,
This thing,
Nat 20. Oh my god.
this thing kind of puts a
Missed me.
claw through this thing as the sphere comes through. It kind of swats it aside, and the kind of little mechanical gizmo inside is kind of just shattered by it. And the
No!
That's cool as fuck.
Why is this bad guy so metal? What the fuck?
Fuck, I love it when
The
cinematic shit happens. It gets me so pumped.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Titus looks back at Rulin and gives him a nod.
No, not a chance.
Yep. Sorry, buddy.
No, Rulin will shout to Titus. My friend, we need to go now. Leave. There's no fighting this thing. There's only dying. We need to go.
Get out of here! Go!
Titus, there might be more of these bastards where we're going, and we'll need you to fight them. We need you to come with us. Titus.
We'll see.
He's going to put it down to a dice roll. Why is it with barbarians and wanting to die?
It's just look. He's going to hold him off.
So there's one thing that,
That's no help. That's no help at all.
there's one thing that Rulin will try is that Titus, this isn't your enemy. Think of Wulfric. He is your enemy. He's the one that you want to die in battle against. Come with us, and we'll face Wulfric.
Titus starts to turn back, and yeah, okay, yeah.
And then Rulin dashes off the pot.
It's my go.
I'm assuming you kind of mean
immediately
Wolf
after
first,
Rulin.
but yeah, I get the point.
Sorry, is it
Normally-
Wulfric?
Normally I wouldn't do that. He's gonna 1, so that's 10, 20, 25. As he runs by, he's gonna. So he's swapped to his great axe. He put a shield on his back, and he's gonna swap to his great axe and just give one swing to this fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
To try and sort of slow it down.
Yep.
Oh, I should say it's not stunned anymore, but I guess it is still lying down.
It's still prone, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, even still,
That's a hit.
It's 13.
So you kind of put this axe down into this kind of prone creature, and you kind of try and get it in a leg, and you kind of hit this thing's knee. You kind of hear a kind of bit of a squelching crack as this axe falls. The creature kind of yells out in pain, which seems to get the attention of this thing. You've already seen it eat one. It clearly thinks these things are a bit of a delicacy.
Cool. With that, I'm going to move behind it and sort of try and get Shrug out of here. Well, actually, he'd probably get a heal. Sorry, Shrug. He'd probably get a heal tooth. And just be like, "Whoa!"
Whose turn it now is?
Well, thanks to Rulin, the kind of last-ditch action that I was going to do doesn't need to be done anymore.
Were you going to
So
charm
what can I do?
Titus?
I was going to command Titus to retreat,
I was going to try and
Oh,
charm
dude,
Titus.
that's good.
and I was going to drop Bless as well, so he doesn't get the extra D4.
To resist it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my god.
smart. That's smart.
You die when I give you permission to die.
I was going to say that was going to be my Hail Mary.
What would you have done if no one even tried and just ran away?
Dude, I would have just. That
Okay,
would have been it. That would have been it, dude.
Still might be.
I am looking through spells to see what I can do, if anything. I believe the answer to that is nothing. So I'm going to run. Mouse.
Yeah, Yendord's a fairly grounded individual. He knows that fighting this thing is probably not smart.
I'm running. I'm deliberately right by the edge of the board, so I'm still
Yeah,
like
yeah.
30 foot of Titus in case he does any. And that's the end of it.
Okay. Homunculus.
Beat boot. Gonna skeet scoot.
So, kind of, as Torek is rowing, you kind of see him ruling in front of you, kind of messing with his gauntlet. He's pressing some kind of button or gizmo contraption. And he seems to have activated some kind of recall feature for his homunculus, and this thing just kind of like homes in and reattaches to his gauntlet.
Cool.
Good boy.
All right. In which case, that brings us to Triss.
Triss tunes into Radio Shug. Shug, what are you
Just
doing? You
full
need to
on
get out
music.
of here.
So much music. No ads, like, just
Oh,
music.
nice. It's quite good in here. We need to go. What are you doing? Get out of the river and run. And she's going to turn around and fucking peg it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Triss is out.
It's like Dragon's Den, this.
I'm out.
So this thing,
Giant crab creature. I'm out.
this thing kind of gets to its feet, and is in a bit of a spot of bother because on the one hand, it wants to run from Shug. On the other hand, it wants to run from the Nightmare Fuel. So this thing is just going to kind of like barge past Titus and try and flee. But he's got a gimpy leg now after that last hit, so he doesn't make it all too far.
Damn, I was too out.
Okay, so that's him done. Havel's already fled, so this creature just kind of charges after this this fleeing thing and kind of goes to kind of pick it up with one of its pincers. And just completely misses. So it kind of picks up, goes for it, but its kind of pincer gets caught in this tree in front of it, which it proceeds to crush very quickly.
So his pincer's caught?
So his pincer's caught and he doesn't get the second attack on that.
Well, that's good because he might have used it against Titus.
Okay, so Shug.
Yeah, I guess there's only one thing to do, really, isn't there? Yeah. I was tempted to try and cast Thunderwave and push it back a bit, but nah, fuck it. 5, 10, 15, 20.
15. You're off terrain now, dude.
Yeah, you're off terrain, you're in the river.
So you kind of try and wait.
I'll dash it then. I'll dash to get
Okay.
Talk about a well actually moment.
Well, guess what? The Nightmare Fuel's gonna dash too.
Second retcon of the session, I'm removing Hunter from the party. Okay, so Shugger's left the building. Titus.
So because I
You've
know
seen this thing just kind of try and kind of go for this thing.
I'm gonna do one last hit on number 1.
Why?
Try and root to right?
It is
that's
what Titus would do, to be
brutal.
fair.
Yeah.
I'd say 22.
It's a hit.
Using the great axe, obviously. It's just 7 damage. So I'm gonna do my second attack too. I want to get a crit, is what I'm saying. Oh, come on. Okay, that's 18.
So another hit.
That's more like it though. That's 15 damage.
So you kind of put your axe again into this thing a couple of times. It kind of tries to flee past, and you kind of see the kind of the arm closest to you is now hanging off it in a very unhealthy manner. It seems to be attached only by a few strands of flesh left, but it's still kind of up and going. But it is just hell bent on getting out of here.
Okay. Movement 40. So 1, 2. Opportunity attack for it there.
1,
3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I'm gone.
Okay, so that hits. The opportunity attack hits. Kind of
Team
lashes at you.
inspiration. Raise your AC.
Oh, yeah, blessed to raise my.
Bless to raise your AC.
What's his bonus? Nah, he gets a big bonus to hit.
But Bless doesn't raise
Nah,
AC.
it's not even that.
Is it not? Oh, it's for you. So this
I'll say
thing.
use the team inspiration.
It's still hit.
Alright.
Well, it wouldn't affect it because it's rolling. Oh yeah, you make it roll disadvantage again. Okay, so that goes through.
Nah.
Plus 5. So that's piercing, so it's halved. So 6 piercing damage to Titus, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Now you can get a plus
Why?
D4.
Why?
Because I tell you to. And there's an extra element to this attack.
Okay, that's 20 on natural.
Plus D4.
So you kind of.
Oh, no, you added it, sorry. Yeah.
So, Titus, you can kind of feel like a sting of kind of acid on your skin, but you manage to kind of palm it off before it bites too deep into you and causes any harm. But then you kind of manage to get this appendage off of your shoulder and you dash off the map. So you guys kind of very quickly vacate this area, kind of running deeper and deeper into this swamp. Kind of behind you, you can kind of hear the crash and roar as what you assume this thing just finishes off this creature and eats it. You don't stop to find out. You guys kind of just keep moving, and you keep going for the whole day. You can't push through the aching limbs and the kind of tired bodies, but you kind of make it at what you think is a reasonably safe distance before you kind of have the chance to kind of slow down and gather your breath. You've still got a reasonable way, you think, between you and the fishing village of Warden, but you think you've kind of lost the creature's trail.
Thank fuck.
Never mind.
Should we short rest here?
Can't believe it took out the flame blade. It's gonna take me hours to make a new one.
Well, I think we should probably rest up for the night. We're all a bit worn out.
Yeah.
You should have let me fight it.
Titus, no. Just no.
Titus is fucking crushed.
So you guys kind of find somewhere reasonably dry to kind of make a camp. Sorry, I should clarify, short or long rest.
What time of day is it?
So by this time you've survived the ship sinking and this fight, and you've had a few hours running, so it is getting dark now.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Long rest and any fires going.
I'm gonna do a. Would it be a survival or a nature check to test to know whether it's safe to light a fire in an unknown swamp area?
That would probably be a survival.
16.
So as far as like any hazardous materials or anything, doesn't seem lighting a fire would cause any swamp gas kind of explosion, as far as you can tell from the smell of the air.
I was more worried about attracting monsters. I suppose this is a very toxic answer, actually. Take it. Well, it should be safe to light a fire. I mean, oxygen levels in the swamp are quite adequate. Up
The least of our concerns is the swamp gas, right?
There are bigger threats in the swamp. Naval, do you know if there is anything around that may be attracted by fire? Then this would be a nature check, right?
Yeah,
This would be a nature check.
let's fucking do this.
Swamps are completely out of your experience.
Really?
You've never kind of had to venture into them in kind of in any of your previous kind of life's experiences. I mean, how those things back there took you by surprise. You don't know what the hell you're dealing with here.
I'm just like, well, there are animals. Just cut my sentence dead there.
Always so insightful, Havel.
How useful. Maybe we should ask the squirrels whether it's safe.
I was gonna say, is there anything? Having a look around, can we see anything like close, whether it be a bird or some kind of small animal?
All you hear are the kind of a buzzing of a million sets of different wings of kind of these small insects that will swing their home.
Yo, millipede, is it safe to
Crispy,
make
how is
fire?
your insect voice?
Answer me, millipede.
Bear in mind the relative intelligence levels of these creatures and their ability to string together concepts and sentences.
He may be a clever millipede, you don't know.
Yeah, but could Havel, I don't know, cast like friendship, speak of animals, and just ask the insects to, I don't know, bite Toric if anything comes near?
Okay.
Is it some kind of revenge for waking of Jendor?
So you kind of use these spells on. In fact, what do you want to kind of flying insects, creepy crawly on the ground kind of insects?
Not the bees.
Not the birds. I always feel like flying's generally better because they can just move.
Okay, so you kind of you find a reasonably big looking insect. You don't know what species it is, but you kind of use these spells for that measure, and it kind of understands a little bit at least, you think.
We hope.
Okay. So, long rest for the night then.
Awesome.
Please, long rest, please.
Right, so you guys kind of not quite make a camp as such, but you kind of find this dry-ish area, kind of a raised patch in this swamp, and kind of try and settle in for the kind of most sleep you're going to try and be able to get. You guys are not comfortable there anyway, but it feels good to be able to just kind of take the weight off your feet and just kind of process the day's events. I mean, you guys knew when you signed up that there was some dangerous shit out there in the world, but after kind of seeing some of it firsthand now, some of the really big stuff, kind of the gravity of your profession might be starting to weigh on a few of you. Or at least giving you kind of some evidence that some of the stories that the more experienced hunters have been telling you might not have been as exaggerated as you'd first thought. But the night kind of quickly comes in the swamp. With no campfire to keep away, the kind of insects are relentless.
As the sun does start to go down, though, Titus wants to know more about Shug. So
Can I do a
segue?
thing?
This is a segue, so it's like, Hunter, would you like to post your backstory to the chat? Because we'd love to read it. Not right now, obviously, but at some point we'd all have to read it.
Yeah. It's not massively long, but
Great.
Do you want to give us a little TLDR?
Yeah, I can do. So basically, I am half orc from the north of Nordhammer. So I was part of a small orc clan up there, the only half orc in the clan. So I didn't make many friends. I was a bit of a loner. I decided to start taking up music, and it turns out when I went on hunting parties and raiding parties, good luck just naturally followed. So I kept at it. Eventually, I got bored of like being alone, so I started heading out to try and make my own. Headed down south and met up with a trade convoy. Went all the way to Salt Holes in the Ilithari Empire, where I got wrapped up in basically a coup that took over the city when I was working as a bard for one of the lords, which went very poorly. So I ended up getting on a ship, sailing around the whole of the Ilithari Empire, going to this small town, which is where I met you guys.
Mhm.
But effectively, that's why I'm sort of both a musician and can also hold my fight.
Well, sick. After that last performance, yeah, good to have you aboard.
Yes.
I only joined you guys because I was bored yesterday. I didn't realize this. Is this what your lives are always like?
I'm gonna say, yeah. Now it's like we're literally for the sake of. And as we're there, Titus would be like, as sort of he's telling us the backstory. It's like, you would make a good hunter, and like slap Roland on the shoulder and everything. We make good friends here. You would never be alone again.
Well, it's just as well that that's the case, because the only people Shug had really called friends went down with the Arabella. So.
This is true.
Oh,
why?
So, as you kind of explain this, the insect, kind of get the impression that they've kind of got the wrong idea from your command, and like they're biting all of you, but they're especially focusing on top.
Would you stop this?
It's like, oi, fuckers! No, not me, him!
I will flame you!
Oh wait, shit, that's not good. Dark. I don't really have very good vision. I was going to say I'd want to, but
You could ask company from someone who can see, or give you some light.
yeah, but produce flame doesn't really give that much light.
I don't know.
Just
Don't ask them.
fucking set fire to the swamp.
Just
That would
burn
be able to see,
everything.
won't we?
Oh no, not the
Sounds
swamp
like
cat.
a big beacon to say, come eat us, big clam
I mean,
creature.
not so much being able to look, see, fucking eyes are shit. Would I be able to roll a perception for being able to hear anything like the cracking of trees or
Yeah,
heavily?
you could roll to try and focus on that for a while.
Alright, what would that be? Just perception?
That'd be perception.
Alright, give it a shot. Never mind.
So anyway, now that we are in a safe place, I think we should welcome our new party member. Don't you all agree?
I agree, and I take out my bagpipes and I start playing them really loudly. I joke. I don't actually do that.
Yeah, so Havel, about those trees.
Yes.
But I will point out to the party that, well, I did only say bite us if something was coming this way.
They're bugs. They're gonna bite anyway. Look, I'm trying to show you my newest invention.
Could you not
So is it like a little
ask the
fucking
chair-
toy that's made?
That actually might be in that one because you've got disadvantage on ability check.
Ah!
Well,
What are
actually,
you going to show us?
Actually,
Go on, Tarek, what's the big reveal?
I'm going to put my boomer blade on the floor in the middle of the party,
okay.
and it'll open up its blades, but then stand on them like their legs. And then I'm just going to knock on the top of it, and a little head made of clay in the shape of a dragon just appears. I'm like, I haven't named him yet, but welcome our newest addition to the party.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Is it?
No, I don't mean you. Go away.
Shug leaves the party.
I thought it would be appropriate if Shug and Triss were to name him. Actually, technically, well, I know that you've all noticed some erratic and unbalanced behavior from me. So I asked myself, who is the most responsible person on the planet? And I thought a parent. So I underwent to create life.
What?
Technically, he's your child, Triss. Shrug. You remember that blood I took?
Chris is looking absolutely horried. She looks
Oh God!
What the actual?
dead.
Why don't you love me, Father? Father, I crave violence.
Oh, his first word.
That is
the fuck
so
just happened?
This clay form is limiting.
I shouldn't have given him that blood.
What the fuck?
His blood is an amalgamation of yours two blood. It's especially potent arcane concoction that gives him life.
Oh shit, that's a point. It's got Triss's blood in it. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Forgotten
Which
about-
is kind of horrifying, really.
I cast Eldritch Blast!
Okay, so this little thing kind of sits in the middle of a group, just apparently waiting for Toric's command. You don't, Tristan Shug, you don't know whether to be kind of flattered by this. You guess probably not, but Toric is looking very excited about the whole thing.
What the fuck?
Oh, come on. We've fulfilled our biological imperative and skipped the gross part.
Oh, Torek.
That's just a part of waking up.
Go say hello to your mother.
This thing kind of slowly and quite unsurely at first, but on its kind of little split boomer blade things, kind of stabs its way over to Triss.
Just do it.
Triss is going to reach out and pat it. Very gingerly.
Oh, Chili just punted it.
I thought you were going to Eldritch Blast him.
She does have a produce flame in the other hand. Just in case.
Just right at standby, yeah. So you
Yeah.
kind of pat this thing, and like a few flakes of it come off. It's quite beat up from that hit it took earlier. And Tarek, as you kind of see this, you realise that some of the clay has kind of taken a bit of a blow and is cracked in places.
Oh, that reminds me. Come here, you. I need to cast Mending, and I'll mend him up.
Mm-hmm. So Tarek kind of goes away from trying to get child support out of you two and starts fixing this thing up. Leaving the rest of you in kind of a bit more peace. Or definitely less uneasy.
Remember, try and think of a name for him.
Titus just says, Titus just goes, "We are a strange tribe, aren't we?"
Yes, I was thinking much the same.
Titus, perhaps we can call him Little Tooth.
Oh, that is a good name. I did not realize you had Goliath blood, heel tooth. As for you, and he points at Shug, you will be called Loud Tooth.
Right, get out my drum.
So you guys kind of pass this kind of the evening, kind of almost letting off this almost kind of nervous energy of having very narrowly escaped a pretty bad situation today. You kind of sit around and kind of keep carefully out, but nothing comes. You kind of take a bit of time to sleep in shifts. But you make sure that everybody gets the sleep they need until Ruland's kind of had his 4 hours and able to kind of take over the watch. So everybody take a long rest and remove the point of exhaustion.
God, that was insane.
I was on the wrong side of the table for the second there. I was like, what the fuck? I don't have a cast of Regenerate.
Here, guy, come over here. I've got a cast of Moo and a cast of Yo Ho Ho.
I got one.
So you guys kind of wake in the morning. You see the swamp is kind of very misty in the relatively cool morning air. But you know kind of the direction you need to head to get back to the village. You're all kind of very itchy. The insects have been relentless throughout the night. You've all kind of got a whole load of bites. Torek, you're kind of red. Pretty much every bit of exposed flesh has been attacked at some point.
Oh, God. Maybe I can quickly cook up a potion. Like, just start my morning craft.
You want to roll those?
I got a 1 and a 4. I'll also spend 1 to have a transmutation potion, so that'll be 1 spell slot used, and yeah, I'll tell you what the other potions are in a bit.
Cool.
Naturally. Eureka! I've done it again!
What is it?
You get very quickly shushed as your kind of voice echoes through the morning mist.
Oh, fuck.
Eureka! I've done it again.
Friendship cast in 24 hours.
So as the rest of you have kind of been, as the rest of you have been kind of awake anyway, you very quickly kind of grab Torek and kind of make your way kind of south.
Sorry to interrupt, but Crispy, I think you can undo that.
Can undo what? Sorry?
All vector lines.
Remove all vector lines.
All of our drawings and everything we've written.
Yeah, I accidentally.
Cows!
I thought they only removed mine, but it turns out I removed.
Okay.
I think the undo feature at the top. Go back.
I genuinely
back.
thought that just.
Oh, yep.
That works. No, need to go back a bit more.
No.
Well,
I'll just draw
could have
it.
joined it for 2 cards.
Oh no!
So you
Okay,
guys,
I'd like to do. So I'm going to go raging.
I'm just going to drop my bow really quick.
you guys kind of drag Torek in a kind of southerly direction, and you keep moving. As the day goes on, the kind of mist kind of gradually burns off, but the terrain is very similar. It's quite hard going. In places, this swamp kind of does get quite deep, but you kind of work together, kind of Titus. You kind of carry Torek through some of the deeper stretches, and it's about kind of 3 o'clock-ish when you kind of make your way back to Warden. And as you kind of traipse into this village, you get a hell of a lot of strange looks. I mean, you guys look just awful, to be frank. Like, I mean, muddy, exhausted, just beaten up. Very different from how you first entered the village. And some of the fishermen. I mean, a lot of these fishermen watched you sail away, so they kind of shake their heads knowingly.
Oh shit!
And yeah, one of them. He warned you not to sail.
Shut up.
But we did not sell anything.
It's alright, Titus.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad shout. Even Ryland's fancying a drink at this stage.
Oh shit! Titus all of a sudden is really happy.
It's our 3-way drinking contest.
So you guys kind of traipse into the tavern. It's the atmosphere immediately changes as you walk in. All the kind of the people who are sitting around kind of see you guys looking quite down. The barkeep kind of see you guys, looks at you for a few seconds, then kind of sets out 7 kind of shot glasses on the counter and kind of pours you each a rum. And seeing as you walked back in, I guess you'll be needing these. Tell us what the hell happened out there.
You've got a serious wildlife problem out there. Everything. We tried to get eaten by a massive crab man.
Crabs! You've got crabs!
That's not to mention the shit that's going on in the water. I don't know what was going on there, but none of it's any good.
That's why we don't sail. But 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? I like that plan. Let's never sail ever again.
The spirits are kind to us, but we can't have the sea throughout the whole year. So we always just sit in port for these 2 weeks.
Well, we may have taken care of some of the problem, but there's definitely more out there still.
Well, it's a shame that you had to pay for the disrespect our new liege shows for our traditions, but
How do you mean?
Listen in future.
What disrespect do you mean?
Every year, we sit and we wait for the solstice to pass. We let the spirits have their weeks, and then we fish. And we're fine. This new liege comes in and says that we're not being productive and that we're cowards to be sitting here. So he sends in you to obviously sort this out, and well, look how that went.
Right.
Yeah,
The
don't
city
worry, we'll be
folk-
talking to him.
The city folk have no respect for the ways of us who live out here. They don't understand what it's like.
Well, maybe that's just the problem. He doesn't understand. We'll explain to him in no uncertain terms, and this particular problem won't be fixed. I'm sure he'll allow you to go back to your ways.
I'll keep kind of nods of this. So. Well, enjoy that one on the house. Let me know if you need any more. So you guys kind of each have a kind of a shot glass in front of you. The rest of the patrons are kind of giving you guys a bit of distance. Kind of out of, you think, out of kind of a respect, they seem to have caught on quickly that you guys have had a pretty rough day yesterday, and that probably don't want to be getting too rowdy.
So as they all go to drink the shots, Rulin just raises his glass in the air and just says, "To the crew of the Arabella, brave souls, all of them."
The Arabella?
No,
Still don't get a refund.
I'll start playing like a tune on my drum, which is like a more tune for the crew.
So this kind of somber, kind of slow drum beat fills the tavern and kind of sets the tone. Roll me a performance, sure. Go on.
Performance. Ooh.
Woo! Can you get any tips?
Can I use my feature as well in case we're staying here? Get really bored. That's a 21.
Yep. So this does indeed convey a kind of profound sense of loss to kind of guys gathered around you, and the barkeep kind of comes over and says to you guys, "Look, I don't usually do this, but I mean, you guys look like you've been through enough. So if you need a place to stay tonight, there's a room upstairs for you."
Score.
I mean, yes, that would be very nice.
Okay. So, I guess if nobody else has anything to do, the drinks come. keep coming, and you guys kind of drink away your sorrows.
Oh dear.
So, do we need to go see the alderman, or should we just wait till morning and then head back? Oh.
I mean, we could try again.
Titus does not want to see Big Pinchy again.
He raises a valid point.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that ever again. I'm so done with the sea.
Titus misses killing us sneaky chickens.
At this point, I've forgotten what he means by that. Oh, well.
And Titus goes into sharing, trying to remind Toric of the crazy time where he ran over a rug and fell in a hole and caught fire. And
It's a shock as you kind of listen into this. It takes you a while to realise that Titus is in fact going on about kobolds rather than indeed chickens, and how they kind of lured him into a rather nasty kind of pit trap that was very quickly ignited.
I almost died in the second session.
And this has obviously been kind of a very kind of influential stage in Titus's development as a slayer. It's left a bit of a lasting psychological impact.
He walks around rugs now.
I love it.
Cool. So evening draws on, and again the bar gets gradually quieter as people kind of go home. The barkeep kind of gestures towards you, kind of signals what last orders are kind of happening, and she's kind of getting ready to shut up.
As we're having a drink, can I, thinking back to that thing that Chase does, can I do like a religion check to see if anything I've come across during like theological studies kind of fits the description of what was chasing us?
You can, do it. Roll me religion.
That would be a 12.
Well, there was certainly nothing holy about that thing. That was kind of beyond any teachings that you've heard of. Nothing mentioned any scripture.
Yeah.
Lots of the kind of holy texts, when they refer to the evils of the wilds, are quite vague.
Yeah.
Largely because the scholars who wrote them never actually laid eyes on.
Well,
largely just referred to as kind of the wilds or the beasts. Very few are specifically mentioned by name or description.
Okay.
say, Roland, are you going to get yourself a new sword?
I may do when we return to Cameron. But the sword I've had for years. It'll do for now.
See, could I look at that sword? Maybe I can spruce it up for you.
Okay. Roland will draw his sword and pass it over to Tom.
So this thing is kind of comically big next to Torek. It's kind of like a claymore for him. But
Titus is going to be pissing himself.
The sword itself is, as Rudin says, it's not particularly remarkable, but it's just kind of very sleek and functional.
The balance is just right. I can't improve that. Ooh, how about some alternate features attached to it? Yes, that'll do. I'm going to borrow this for tonight, okay?
Okay, Tarek, I trust you.
Thank you. And at that point, I retire to bed.
So you're all in one room, so you kind of
So Titus does not trust Liartooth. So very this is Titus being sneaky. He'll be like, "I will keep an eye on Torek for you. Oh, no, I will keep an eye on Liartooth for you. You stay with the others." Like as if it's some big plot.
So Titus, you got to follow Tarek upstairs.
And I fall asleep within 2 minutes.
It's been a long day. So yeah, it's nothing too shameful. Okay, so that leaves the rest of you kind of sat down, kind of finishing the dregs of your drinks off.
Yeah, I'll just head to bed, I guess. Get ready for the journey home.
With the harrowing realization that I had no clue what that thing was, I kind of quickly down the second half of whatever drink I've got and just retire for the evening.
So Yendon, you're kind of facing the ever-growing realization that kind of a lot of your teachings that you've been taught through both religious texts and kind of mentors in the past seem to either be wrong or just omit a hell of a lot of seemingly important detail. Particularly with relation to maybe the origins of even the religion itself.
Yeah.
But yes, you kind of head up to bed and take your customary bunk next to Torek's. You just kind of ignore the fact that he's tinkering away there on Rulin's sword.
Yeah.
So Triss, Havel, and Shaw.
Yeah, just drinking up, I guess.
Cool. Well, since no one's speaking out, just assume you guys just gonna head to bed then.
Yep.
Cool. So, you're back in the relative safety of this village, and the beds are very comfortable and devoid of insect life. So you get a much better night's sleep this time round. You kind of wake to the morning with the kind of cry of gulls and the kind of ringing of some ship's bells. Seems fishermen are actually active now. But actually, I tell a lie. You don't wake to that. You wake to
No.
you, Tarek.
There's just going to be a... Oh, sorry. Did you want to say something, Rich?
Can you roll a perception?
Go on.
And I'm going to roll a stealth check. I want to do something.
Okay.
I am so game for this. Oh, no!
Oh, no. Never mind. Oh.
That's actually still quite low for me. That is still 17.
But it's
It's
a
about 20, though.
So
Yeah, but,
Has Torek been sniffing the powder when no one's been looking? His senses are strangely sharp this morning.
You notice Yendorn is awake before you're tinkering with your stuff this morning and seems to be performing a ritual.
Good morning. What are you working on?
Never mind. I lost my train of thought there. Good morning.
Oh, sorry. Did I interfere? Was I too loud again?
No, it's Fine, it's fine.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll show you what I'm working on. I think I found a way for this sword to give off light. Observe! And I press the button, and there's just a crack. Torek screams and falls over backwards, blinded, as Roland's sword gives off a flashbang-like effect.
This is when you break Roland's other weapons, so you have no weapons left.
No, the sword is fine!
Everybody, you're kind of woken by this kind of just radiant burst of light and this kind of loud, sharp crack. Titus, you're kind of on your feet very quickly, almost kind of Havel, you also kind of sit upright very quickly. The rest of you kind of like are awake and a little quieter, getting up a bit perplexed by this. But you kind of look to see Torek kind of sat on his ass, kind of holding the sword aloft, kind of like.
Oh no, the sword's on the floor. I'm holding my eyes. I'm just like, I can't see!
Both hands over his eyes, this kind of sword on the floor.
The sword just has.
Me.
In fact, Yendorn, you were probably close enough to be kind of flashbanged by that as well.
Yeah.
Having been chanced.
Well, technically, I think it's a roll. I just, for flavor text, I wanted just to display what it did by just fucking up and doing it on myself.
Is there some sort of roll, or are you blinded?
It's a con roll.
Oh, that's good, because I'm alright at con.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Yeah, it's a 15 save.
Oh, good. Funnily enough, the thing I was going to do this morning of the game, this would have been the one day it wouldn't have worked.
You try to cast silence or something.
I was going to ritual cast it, so I didn't use the spell. Just cast silence on him, so he couldn't
To be honest,
talk
you
in the
got
morning.
another chance for it as well.
So we could finally have a lion! And if I cast it and then you woke up everyone with the light, that would have been hilarious.
Oh my god!
That's actually jokes.
I'm blind! Help!
So, you kind of realise that Torek has been doing what it is that Torek does, so you kind of go back to being kind of at ease again.
Oh, good. The blindness is temporary. It's okay, everyone. No one panic. Wait, no one was panicking anyway. I could have been blinded, you bastards!
No, we were totally panicking. Don't worry.
Yes, I was really nervous for
You
you.
couldn't see it.
After all, I couldn't see. Okay, fair enough.
I was about to make my next song called Torek the Blind.
Anyway, Rulin, look at this. I hand him back his sword. It's just got like a clockwork mechanism on the hilt. I've salvaged some parts from my boots that I made. This is a radiant weapon. You'll find it balances a little more toward the hilt, and you can use it to blind things, apparently. It can also give off a soft light if you press this button. I put the stats for it in...
Yeah, I just looked at it then. Torek, this is amazing. I don't know how to thank you, my friend.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm sure you guys would do the same for me if I lost something precious of mine.
Oh, like a finger?
yeah, like a finger.
Of course. If there's anything you need, just ask and I'll do what I can for you.
Something very odd about Yendor's comment there. I can't quite put my finger on it. Shit. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of Torek shenanigans this morning. Carry on, everyone.
It's the end of the Torek show.
So you guys kind of make your way downstairs and kind of get a breakfast of smoked kippers and a little bit of bread. And sure enough, you can kind of hear that the village seems to be quite active. You can hear people kind of like talking, a few raised voices outside. seems that nobody else is in the tavern this morning. Other than the staff.
Is this a? Were we here in the morning last time? We were we? We didn't. Did we stay overnight?
Yeah, you stayed overnight last time.
Did we? Okay. Was the tavern like this last time we came down?
No, around last time it was a bit busy.
Yeah.
They're fishing again. Also, what are those raised voices?
Oh yes, they are fishing again.
Okay.
Good point.
So you guys finish up your breakfast, and as you leave the tavern, you can see that like people are loading kind of nets onto boats, and a few traps are kind of being brought on board. These kind of captains are kind of yelling to their crew to stow various things, to reef various sails, etc. The general workings of a fishing fleet as it's gearing up in the morning.
So, looks like they're back to work as normal.
It's probably not the first time they've seen a ship leave and not return.
Well, unless anyone's feeling any sudden desire to get killed, do we head back and let the Baron know what the situation is here?
Would it be best to speak to the Elderman first?
Probably.
Okay, so you kind of see that the Elderman is, whilst he himself is a bit old to be fishing, you see he's kind of down by the docks, kind of chatting to a few of these kind of boats captains. You can see he's clearly still involved in the, at least the shoreside preparation parts of the day. And he kind of turns and sees you guys approaching. You're back, but the Arabella isn't. I think I can put the pieces of that puzzle together.
Well, it was, I don't know quite how to explain it. We were attacked by these strange creatures.
And crabs! Big crabs!
At sea. But it was the Arabella's crew herself that brought the ship down. They were carrying these barrels that I don't know what it was exactly, but there was a large explosion and half the ship was just destroyed.
Well, can't say I know much about that, but foreigners to these waters, as well as they were, picked a hell of a bad time to come. Oh. I mean, we told them in the tavern, but I don't think they believed.
No.
But as you can see, yes. Well, as you can see, we're getting the fleet ready. We've waited for 2 weeks. It's time to go out and reap the benefits of the sea once again.
Well, just be careful by the reef. There's still definitely some things out there.
Don't worry, lad. We've been sailing these waters for decades. Some of us, we know a thing or two about these waters.
Okay.
So he kind of turns back down to what he was doing before, and before too long, the first of these ships is kind of unmooring and making its way out towards the open ocean. And over the next few minutes, they all kind of do the same thing, and the village goes awfully quiet as most of the inhabitants head out to sea.
Okay. Well, maybe we should gather our horses and be on our way back to Acom.
Mm-hmm. So you guys kind of mount up and kind of head back out onto the road. And you travel kind of the same path that you took before, so it doesn't take you too long. Navigation isn't so much of an issue. You keep wary eyes out on the forest, but you kind of make it to Baker in 3 days. So you see when you arrive at the kind of harvest that was kind of taking place as you passed through is now seemingly complete. The fields are kind of full of these kind of bales of kind of stacks of hay. And you can see that the villagers, instead of being out working in the fields, are kind of sat in the kind of central part of the village, all kind of seem to be fairly high-spirited. And as you arrive, you kind of see somebody run into the mansion, and as you kind of pull the horses to a halt, kind of the Baron steps out. My friends, greetings, welcome back. I trust everything has gone smoothly.
Well,
That might be a stretch.
not quite, I'm afraid. The issue of the fisherman's catch is well, it won't be resolved. The creatures in the ocean, there are far too many of them. There's no, in my opinion, my professional opinion, there's no feasible way that we could ever be rid of them. I believe the fishermen have it right that when the solstice is upon them, to just leave the ocean be until it's over. Until the creatures go back to whatever they came from.
So what exactly happened to make you reach this conclusion?
We chartered a ship to take us out to investigate the reef, and the ship was destroyed. All hands lost.
I see. He kind of looks down at this. Well, that's a terrible shame, but I guess it's just a risk with the profession. So you're telling me that these fishermen are back at sea?
It would seem so, yes. They were, as we left, they were readying their ships and setting sail. So I imagine you'll have your first catches within the next few days.
Well, it seems that this wasn't all for nothing. Perhaps I must pay a visit to my new fief a little sooner than anticipated. It seems that I have much to learn about the workings of the ocean.
I'm sure they would appreciate you making the effort.
Well, it seems that you've fulfilled your part of the bargain, at least. So let's talk about your compensation.
Yes.
If you'll follow me inside, we'll discuss matters there.
Oh,
So
and I'd like to introduce you to our new friend, Shug.
Torek for a second is like, oh yes, I get to intro. Oh,
Hello, nice to meet you.
So he kind of gives a kind of curt bow to you, Baron Karl von Weiler. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Shook.
Now, if you'll follow me, let's head inside and get you people paid.
Very well.
So he kind of walks inside just for you to follow. You guys are getting to know the mansion quite well now, so you follow him up to his study. So Shug, this is like nowhere near the kind of extravagance you were used to in Salthold, but you can see he's minor noble here at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, considering the kind of level of development in the village, it's a comfortable living style. He kind of goes into his study and he kind of reaches into one of his desk drawers and kind of pulls out a small lockbox. And he kind of unlocks it and pulls out, say, kind of a series of kind of coin purses and starts counting out some gold in front of the table. Now, I think, given that you've obviously been through quite a lot, I think 1,500 gold pieces is a fair.
Oh, bruh.
I believe that would be fair. Yes.
Well, very well. Once again, you've proved yourself to be a valuable help to me. Be sure to give my regards to your guildmaster.
Of course. And should you need any help in the future, I'm sure we'll be available.
We'll make ourselves available.
Excellent. He kind of shakes your hand, Rulin, at that. Feel free to stay. The harvest's in. The peasants have been brewing up a little bit of ale, but I understand that you obviously have your own matters to attend to. But the offer is open.
Okay, so everyone take
114 gold each, with 2 gold left over.
no,
Okay, no,
750 will
half
go for the guild.
Ah, right. Yeah,
So
so it'd be
we'll
107
take,
then each.
107. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rulin will take the 750 and put that in a separate pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
270.
do that.
Okay.
That's 107 gold each, with 1 gold left over.
And yeah, we will give. Actually, yeah, no, we will give a sugar share.
Yeah.
You guys are getting paid?
I mean, he wasn't part. He wasn't part of the contract or the guild, but it's.
Yeah,
Well, he's a bard. He can make shitloads of money from just performing. I mean,
Fucking
by the end of this, he's going to be your sugar daddy. Dun-dun. Hey, there it is.
I mean, without 125. I mean, just makes more.
One of us.
Protest.
One of us. One of us.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
So yeah, you guys kind of pocket the gold once it's been divvied up. Rulin kind of puts the guild's share kind of in his pack separately from the rest of it. Baron, after extending to you this offer to kind of stay as long as you like, he goes back outside and kind of starts kind of chatting to some of the villagers. You can see he's well met. The peasants kind of react well to his presence.
Well, we probably shouldn't stay too long. There's a lot we need to resolve back at Garendon.
I agree. We should head out as soon as we can.
Unless anyone wants to stay.
Titus looks fondly at the cows, but then drops his head. No, we should go.
I'm sure we can return again soon, Titus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't be sad, Titus. Maybe one day we could afford a cow of our own.
Oh!
Okay, so you guys kind of mount up again. And you kind of leave this kind of small village back on the westward bound roads to Karen. When so you kind of keep riding. through these, at this point, quite familiar forests to you. Havel, again, you hear quite a lot of kind of noises coming from the forest. Nothing really seems to be coming out at you, but you can tell there's just lots of stuff going on a few kind of 100 meters into the trees. But you guys keep riding, and you kind of very cautiously make camp in the evenings, and kind of keep a kind of a watch, but you're unmolested for the trip, and you guys arrive Karen when 2 days later.
First things first, Titus is immediately away. What time is it?
So at this point, it's probably just midday-ish.
Okay. So the armory is open. Not the armory, not the forge.
Yeah, the armory will be open.
Okay.
Although, let me quickly grab the map. And then I'll just, because obviously for Hunter's sake, I'll just get them all.
Yeah. So,
So Shug is, as you guys kind of breach the edge of this forest, kind of in front of you, you see this kind of rising stone keep, kind of perched on the edge of this cliff. The walls kind of rise and kind of rival any city walls you've seen before. And as you kind of draw up this kind of pathway leading to the gatehouse, you can see that, like a lot of the cities in Parfunis, the gates are kind of highly warded. It seems that like the occupants have taken a lot of time to kind of protect this settlement from the magics of the outside world. You've heard, of course, of the Slayers Guilds. Lots of kind of stories get told about. I mean, because these are kind of the heroes of the day, really. As a bard, you kind of actually know a few kind of epics about the right hand of Azora, who are another Slayers Guild based in the kind of bastion of Nirna up on one of these islands here, and kind of their great heroes and some of the beasts they've slain. So you know what Slayers are, but this is the first you've ever seen of one of their holds, and it's quite impressive from the outside. And as you kind of get near the gates, they're kind of opened to welcome the party. So you guys walk in and notice immediately that the atmosphere is not quieter in Karen at the moment. The usual kind of bands of Slayers kind of gathering and training are just not present. You can still hear the hammers of the forge going, but like the training ring is empty.
Is there anyone around?
Not in this immediate main courtyard.
No practice, yet the smiths are busy. Do you reckon something's happening?
I think everyone's probably fishing.
Maybe we should.
Of course.
Maybe we should see Proc or. Of course, fucking blank on the treasurer's name.
The treasurer is Ronfan Felben.
Ronfan.
Yeah.
Now,
But that was going to be Ruland's first business anyway. We're going to hand over the bounty.
So, okay. So you head off to.
I'm going to split the party, carry on with Ruland's thing, but I'm going to head off to the quartermaster.
Sure. Okay. So, Ruland, you kind of head over to the kind of main administration centre across the bridge, and you kind of get to Ronfan's little office. But you see him in there, kind of counting a few stacks of coins and making some marks in his ledger. He looks up at you and kind of sees the big bag in your hand. You're back. Took your sweet time. How hard could it be to find one man?
Oh God! We have quite the story to tell you. And so without me actually explaining it,
we'll leave that here and go and tell Rock. I heard he's been looking for you.
Well, very well. We can put this down for your records as a bounty from Baron von Weiler. The other contract didn't turn out.
I see. Well, I'll do that then. And he kind of puts this coin purse to one side. Clearly doesn't want to interrupt his current task. Now, I won't keep him waiting longer than you already have, will you?
Well, of course, we'll be over there straight away. Did everyone follow Ruling up? Or?
Yeah, no one did.
I think Triss might have stayed with Titus.
Mm-hmm. Because Rulin's just thinking
Seeing
that if Frock wants to see us all, then it's probably important that everyone's there. So, if we're separated, then Rulin will go to try and find everyone else. But we can resolve that.
I feel I'd head with you. Seeing Triss go after Titus, I wouldn't go that way. Like, Triss is one responsible adult, and that's all Titus needs.
We probably know where Titus will be.
Yeah. Okay, so Rulin will head off to find Titus and Triss to tell them that Rock wants to see them, and obviously they can do whatever they want to do. In the meantime,
okay.
So the entire time, as Triss is following him, he keeps looking back at Triss, giggling like, and goes off to try and find Heradius Valry.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of head over to the kind of guild storerooms, and you kind of burst through the door. You see him there, kind of sat with his kind of feet up on the desk. He's clearly had a bit of a quiet day with no one around. Ah, Titus, you're back.
Oh, did you finish this thing for? And tries to whisper. For Firetooth, did you make this thing?
I certainly have, and it turned out very well, even if I do say so myself. Now, just wait here 1 minute, I'll go find it for you. So he goes off into the back, into the storeroom, and you can kind of hear him kind of wrestling something out of the shelf somewhere. He kind of comes back with this very large kind of plaque, and on it is kind of mounted this kind of red wormling's head, and you can see that the burned out eyes have been replaced with like these kind of finely painted glass replicas. It looks like almost like the real thing did. And the scales are kind of got an unnatural shine to them, and on close look you can see that these have been kind of preserved with this kind of lacquer to kind of give them this kind of vibrant shine to them. As far as trophies go, this is beautiful. Looks almost like it's going to kind of take a bite out of you if you get too close. And he kind of places this thing on the desk with a very loud thud. That was a fun little project to work on, Titus. I'm thankful for you for bringing it to.
No, thank you for making this horrendous.
Well, you keep bringing me interesting specimens to work with. I'll be more than happy to do them up for you.
I will do this thing. And he picks it up, and it's little in Titus' hands, and he just kind of shoves it into Triss's chest and goes, "To Firetooth, Dragon Slayer."
So, Triss, you kind of have this large head kind of thrust into your hands. Roll me a strength saving.
Oh, that is not my speciality. Way. Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10. So you kind of stagger under the weight of this thing, but you manage to kind of keep upright and your hands on it. You find somewhere to kind of place it on the floor and kind of prop it up against the wall to kind of admire it. And yeah, it's a really well done bit of accident.
Titus, this is amazing. Thank you.
I'll make this for you.
This is the best gift ever. Trish is absolutely like ecstatic.
What the hell? Oh, next time.
Tarek's not with us, right?
Yeah, he's not, so he hasn't heard that.
Yeah, that
Maybe
was,
that's
that
the
was
moment
meta
we turn
roleplay, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this lovely bit of taxidermy is now in your possession. You've got Titus just grinning at you, kind of ear to ear, clearly made up by your kind of reaction to this.
Do we have permanent bunks?
You've got your barrack block, yeah. So you'd have your bunks in there.
Is there space to put this near my bed?
You can probably make space.
Alright, cool, we'll do that then.
So you kind of gesture for Titus to help you, and he kind of obligingly picks his thing up, and you go and kind of take it to your bunker. Kind of a bit of kind of reorganising of furniture. You kind of make enough room to kind of mount this thing on the wall. So yeah, this kind of red wormling is now kind of mounted and over your bed.
Amazing. We should go get the others and show them.
Yes, we should.
Let's go find them.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys kind of head out, you kind of see Rulin and Co. Kind of making their way back over the bridge. It seems that they've got a bit more urgency in their nature than usual.
Sensing that Rulan's in a serious mood, Titus immediately goes sad.
What is wrong?
Rock wants to see us. It's something urgent by the sounds of it, so we should be off to his office.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys kind of turn over and head back towards the main keep. So Shug, you notice that this kind of citadel is on this little island with a kind of quite a large drop beneath the bridge down to the crashing waves below. You're no military expert, but this looks like a nightmare to try and solve. These people have clearly chosen this location for a reason. But you make your way into this kind of great hall where you can see at the one end of the hall around a table. Kind of Croc is gathered with Horus and Dolasar, kind of discussing something. But as you kind of open the door, Croc kind of looks. Well, what the bloody hell have you been?
It's a long story, Rock.
Well, better be a damn good story. Been swamped with contracts and running people to the bone trying to fill. Honestly, not the time to take 2 bloody weeks for one simple missing person contract.
It wasn't quite so simple. Rulin will proceed to tell Rock basically everything, without me having the actual time to go over.
Okay, yeah, sure. So he kind of listens intently, and kind of the scowl on his face softens a little bit as you kind of give him the details of how you were kind of ambushed and captured on this kind of fake contract.
And how we've won more favour with the king, I guess, for rescuing the ambassador.
Yeah, and that you've been doing that contract with the Baron. And as you kind of come to the end of your tale, he kind of just, wait, Temple, that coincides with about the time we started getting more of those requests, and my god, that coincides with when Aquenial had his accident.
His accident?
Accident?
He was... Well, I'd given him that artifact to safeguard and study. And about the time that you say you were finding that temple, I don't know what happened, but something caused a massive explosion of magical energy. When we went to investigate, we found him unconscious on the floor. We didn't know what to do. There was nothing wrong with him physically, but just couldn't get any response from him. After a few days, we decided it'd be best to send him off magical help. A few of the hunters took him off to Illyrist to seek the aid of the mage.
Did he drink any of this dwarven stout?
I don't think Equiniel drinks much. Not that it's related.
Sorry, where did he say something?
Sorry, what was that?
Where did he say something?
So, kind of down to this kind of city in the Lafari Empire.
That was near. There was something else near there that we
I
forget what it was.
It was a library. And yes, not long after that, we were inundated with new monster contracts. I've been sending people out left, right, and centre, and still we can't seem to match the demand.
Ah, fuck, what did we fucking summon? Oh, fuck.
Is it particular monsters or just a complete range of all sorts?
It seems like we've got a whole load of different things in all different kind of places. I've sent people to 4 corners of the compass. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've been short on business for a while, but this seems awfully sudden. Which is why we could use every man we can get, and I see you've brought us a new one. They kind of nod
Yes, perhaps
to.
this is a good time to introduce. This is Shug. We came across his acquaintance as we were investigating the Baron's contract, and he was of great use to us. He will be a great addition to the hunters.
If he wants to be.
The slaves.
No, I don't. And then I leave. No, I'm joking. Hunter has left the chat. This is exactly the sort of thing that I've been looking for when I set out from home so long ago. So, if you'll have me.
Well, it's a bit unconventional, but if everyone here will vouch for you, we could use all the men we could get right now. We can forgo the official initiation process and have you guys shadow him, at least for the first few contracts.
And if you want, I can start spreading tales of great deeds. End up with more contracts.
Toss a coin to your hunter.
Well, publicity is always good. So I think that'll work.
I've already got a story in mind. The time the hunters defeated a giant crab.
And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a kind of a bronze badge and pins it to your label.
He just carries them around with him just in case.
It's a guild master. He's got to have these kind of things.
It's just like, I thought this might happen. They're gone for ages. They've definitely recruited someone. Or they're all dead.
As for the rest of you, it seems that you've done a hell of a lot for us, even without asking, and the initiative shown to take the actions you've done. Not to mention the fact that we've got ourselves a bit of a favour with the king. I don't happen to be carrying this many of this type with me, so allow me to go to my office. And he goes to his office because whilst he carries some around, having 6 of any given type is a bit of a stretch. So he goes to his office. And he comes back with this little kind of velvet badge. And he proceeds to pin on each of you a steel badge.
Ooh.
Oh, iron.
We deserve it after letting
You were iron
that
before?
thing.
Yeah, now it's steel. Nice.
So Shug, they'll fill you in afterwards in the story, but basically these kind of badges are a kind of a ranking system for Slayer. So a bronze one is kind of for those new initiates who have kind of just officially joined. So these guys have just gone up from iron to steel, so they're two ahead of you for now. But
Okay.
you know, prove you're a good hunter, and you'll soon catch
In
up.
other words, we're your ranking officers.
What?
No.
Get good.
Prove it, like,
With the way
You're going first in every single
areas
cave we
as
come
well.
across.
Oi, you be.
You are the new tank.
You have to play in ranked in order to get your next badge as well.
Yeah, I thought you had to play 10 matches to get your rank.
yeah, get your.
Yeah. But we don't do ranked at the moment because the servers are all overloaded because everyone's at home. So you're going to be bronze for a while.
Oh, no.
So he kind of fills you in all that, and take an evening to yourselves, and we could talk about further contracts tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And then he turns back. You can see he's kind of points and documents, and Dorsar's kind of looking over it with a kind of grim nod. They kind of stop paying you guys any attention. It's kind of assumed that they've dismissed you.
One more thing, Hawk, before we go.
Yes, Reuben?
The Yef hounds. We saw them as we found our way to the temple. And Havel's been seeing and hearing strange things in the woods as we've been travelling. Is there anything more you know about these beasts?
I fear that they're being summoned and used by someone who has it in for.
Is there any more you know that you could tell us? It seems to me that we're in direct danger here. If there's anything that we can know,
Only
anything
that
to help us.
Only that they call themselves the chosen sons of the matriarch. They're a shadowy and slippery bunch. I've not been able to get much more out of any searches I've conducted. But whoever they are, they seem to have pretty serious means at their disposal. Yeah. If you think you're being tracked by them, I'd be vigilant whenever you're outside of these walls.
Have these hounds been hunting any of the other slayers, or has it just happened to be us?
Nobody's reported anything, but I haven't heard from some for a few weeks now.
I see.
That's a little fucking scary, though.
Yeah, they're after someone.
Okay. So so they get back to it, and you guys are kind of left to your own devices for the rest of the kind of evening.
The chosen sons of the matriarch. I suppose we may be able to learn more about these at the library in O'Learist, Torek?
I suppose we could.
I thought he'd be more excited about going to the library. Yeah.
Well, if I know anything about secret cults, I don't think we'd find too much in the books. I mean, although, considering that, their practices are very old.
As I walk off to the library, mumbling.
Um, Can I would like to do another religion check.
Yes.
To see if the matriarch rings any bells in terms of deities.
Mm-hmm. Yep, roll me that, please.
Oh, that's a 23.
So, in the kind of scripture that you've been taught, the matriarch is often a kind of another term given to the goddess Koptara, the so-called mother of the earth. She's largely accredited with being kind of the force that brought life of all forms to this world. Hence the name. Okay.
We definitely made an offering to Kolftara, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Does Jess get any kind of dodgy feeling as they're discussing this, and as she kind of realizes that what all of this is happening is kind of related to Koftara and the blessing that she gave?
You don't get anything,
like the expected.
You don't get anything other than your own nagging doubts and suspicions. You don't know for sure what the hell went down in that temple.
Okay.
Are you with me in the library, Tris?
Probably would have been, yeah.
Which library?
The one that the wizard left behind. Right?
Oh, you want to go to Aquiniel's library?
Aquiniel's.
Ooh, this might end badly.
Oh, is it locked again?
Well, yep, it will be locked. But you can go to his office and have a look around.
Can
I scratch my chin and look at Tris as if to say, "Should I? Should I not?" Like,
wait, the door is locked.
To Aquiniel's library, his private library. Yeah,
I've been waiting to do this since we all started playing Space Hulk Deathwing.
No.
You have been playing it.
Don't do it.
Titus is gonna smash Aquiniel's door.
Oh my god, no! Oh no!
So you kind of go to Aquiniel's office, and you can see that this.
I don't think he'd actually do it. I don't think he'd. It's a bad time.
The desk is kind of like prominently taken up by a series of notes, some kind of paper and quills and stuff, and
Are there any notes about the artifact?
Well, I was going to say that the kind of centerpiece of this desk
Tris,
is the smashed remains of some sort of stone. And you can see that around the office, like several other parts of this stone have been kind of strewn around the place.
Can I cast Detect Magic on those? Or just generally, but I suppose with a focus on that.
So you can detect that they no longer have magic, but these pieces of stone once had some extraordinarily powerful magic, and that has left a residual trace, even though the stone itself is shattered.
Can you see the glyph on the ceiling?
Well, that's inside the library door, which is now locked. So that's a different room.
Is it office and then library?
Office and then library, yeah. It's
okay, right.
It's not one conjoined.
Are there any notes about the artifact that are sort of salvageable?
So you kind of have a look on his desk. You quickly realise that a lot of the notes are actually kind of almost a carbon copy of the pictures that were on Torik's lockbox. And as you kind of cast around, you detect that the quill that Aquiniel you saw him using has some magic to it.
Would I have any kind of idea what magic it was?
It seems to be some form of rudimentary kind of mage hand kind of spell that you guess allows this pen to write without the user having to actually write.
It's kind of nifty. Wait, does he have notes on the box itself?
So did he see the
Rather,
box?
I gave him the notes on the fountain, but not the box.
Roll me intelligence saving throw, please, Tarek, to try and figure out what the hell happened.
Well, that'll be 19.
You realise very quickly that you were kind of showing the box to Aquiniel. Although he didn't go on any notes, whilst he was looking at it, this pen was secretly jotting all down the pictures and descriptions on a piece of paper on the desk behind.
That son of a bitch.
And since nobody had a high enough passive perception, nobody noticed.
Huh.
But it seems that in your absence, he has been kind of working a little bit on this and has kind of left a little, kind of one little sentence that is actually the kind of little section. And it appears to be a library section, so the kind of sorting system of a library. It appears that there might be a book somewhere in that section of the library in Illyrist that might be of use to you in cracking this box.
I thought we were cool. I apologized to him, and I thought we were cool. I opened my life to him. My goodness, I'm going to break into the library. I'm going to don the necklace and pick the lock.
So roll me a sleight hand, please.
Using my Tinker's tools, I take proficiency. Oh no.
So you kind of insert this little makeshift finger replacement that you've kind of put in place into this lock, and you kind of put your ear to it, and you kind of hear a few tumblers kind of click as you work this tool backwards and forwards through the lock. However, as you kind of think you've got the last one, you feel that all the tumblers immediately kind of fall back down. And not only that, but a powerful current is sent into your finger and up into your body, and you're kind of blown back from this door as some sort of magical counter-tampering device is triggered by your kind of clumsy picking attempts. So you're kind of blown across the door, across the front of the door. You're going to take D6 shock damage. Take 3 shock damage.
Oh, I was rolling it for some reason.
Take 5 if you want.
I mean,
and as this kind of happens, and you kind of get up and brush yourself down, you see that the keyhole has kind of had a bit of sheet metal drop down to obscure it. It seems that this is going to prohibit further lockpicking attempt. He's clearly learned from the last time somebody broke into.
Yeah, fool them twice, etc.
Mm.
The last thing you would expect is Titus breaking into the books.
Just runs to the door.
That's literally exactly what
Titus?
I'm fucking
Drink this.
What is it?
It is a potion of boldness.
While
Yes.
they're doing this, Triss is going to collect all the bits of the stone that have like blasted apart, and I'm going to use the ritual identify on them.
Okay. So, kind of having been tipped off by this detect magic, you kind of take a bit of time, kind of ducking halfway through to dodge Torek being blown across the room. And you cast Identify on this thing, and you're kind of shocked to learn that this is one of, or was one of the 5 keystones that bound Kovtara's essence.
Oh my god. Equinial was working with the cult.
I don't know whether he
No.
was. I
No,
think
it's-
maybe
I don't
this is
think
what
so.
we've done.
Yeah, it blew up when we did ritual. We
Do you remember when I was being tortured? The torturer said that our captor took a very special interest in the box. Just like Equinial. And now we know Equinial has a tie-in to the cult.
I don't
No,
know.
he was
because
just looking.
Quiniel's been injured by that. I don't think that was.
Yeah, no, guy, no.
That's
What would
I
he be
don't think
doing with
so.
this?
What?
Yes,
He was just trying to investigate it the same way you were, dude.
Oh my
I don't
god,
have
guys,
any
part of
weird
it.
artifacts on me.
Wait, Torek's part of the cult!
I do not.
Torek did suggest that we put incense on.
Yeah,
He
that's
had a very
fair
special
point,
interest in the
actually.
box. He's the only person who could read the stuff about Kovtara in the Dragon's Cave.
He wanted to TP chaos. When we got captured.
Okay, I did do that last one, yeah.
Stupid.
Do we know where any of the other keystones?
You didn't.
Okay. Either way, I don't think this is a good sign.
No, it's clear that our offering, did that. Well, okay, at least we know what's
The
happened now.
power of the keystones has been released.
What does it mean? Because when the keystones were removed, it was said that Kovtara is now partially bound. Does this now mean that
She's
Kovtara
even
is
less bound
fully-
now, causing an
fully
upsurge of
unbound?
monsters in our land.
Well, that was it. The power of Kovtara gave the cultists the ability to control the monsters of the world in order to let them expand and grow their empire. So with
Shit.
the power of Kovtara now released, all the monsters are free to come back as they,
Oh,
So
and
the
just,
cult
they
can
please.
use them.
just so you know, Cal, when you went a religion check on the matriarch, and it's most likely that it's Kovtara.
Right, yeah.
It's referring to Kovtara.
Right, sure. So we need to find out more about this cult, and Olerist is the best place for it.
As you guys are kind of discussing this, you kind of hear a bit of clamor from the courtyard. From the sound of shouting. Seems something's happening out there.
Make our way down to the courtyard.
So you guys kind of rush out to see what it is. You kind of cross back over the bridge. You can see like somebody shouting, "Open the gates!" And kind of through these gates come kind of 3 slayers. Kind of, you can see straight away that Yenva is kind of one of them, along with the kind of the other kind of female half elf.
Is she okay?
Don't remember if he left. Those two are, but between them they're dragging this third slayer, the half orc Dirk. He is not looking in a good way.
I run over, my lady, and like help them.
My lady.
Lady.
So as you draw closer, you can
Tips
see
for
that Dirk is kind of like unconscious, and his breathing is kind of very haggard and very shallow. You can see that Yenva herself and then Sustir are both looking like they've taken quite a beating as well. Like, move quickly! He needs help! Someone fetch Aquinia!
Yeah, Yendorn rushes over. Aquino cannot help right now. Perhaps I can.
Roll me a medicine check.
That's a 20 on natural.
Fucking hell.
So the wounds he suffered are quite deep, but they're not the main cause of this problem. It seems that there's an extraordinarily powerful toxin kind of coursing through Dirk's veins at the moment. One that seems to be magical in nature. It's likely that he doesn't have very long left.
Maybe I have a lesser restoration spell, and this synthesized into this syringe.
I can also cast Lesser Restoration.
20.
So,
yeah, I think I'd try that. I can't do a greater, so I'm going to try to see if I can counteract some of this magical poison effect.
So you kind of cast, kind of lay your hands on him and kind of cast this. While you're doing this, Torek kind of sneaks up and just kind of shivs him in the ankle with a syringe. And you can kind of see that his breathing becomes a little more stable, but you're not sure whether this has had any lasting effect. It's hard to tell. You've never encountered this poison before. Of course, the others kind of rocking that have kind of come out and seen all this happening. Get him to the bunkhouse. Yamba, what the hell happened? Well, we went out to that contract he sent us out on, and we were kind of stalking what we thought were a pack of chimera. But out of the woods, we were ambushed. The Hydra, I think it was. We didn't see it too clearly until it was upon us. It bit Dirk. We kind of managed to cut him free and run, but I've never seen anything like it, Rock. Woods are wild out there. It's a damn shame. Let's get him lying down. Do what we can for him. So with Titus's help, kind of drag this half orc, quite a big fella. Kind of drag him into the bunkhouse, and you kind of lie him down. Started to take on a quite kind of pasty complexion. Clearly, he's really not in a good way. This is quite hard for you because, of course, you've tried to help him, but it doesn't seem to have had an effect.
Yeah.
You don't know what more you can really do for him. You see Yemba kind of look to you. Will he be okay, Yem?
I do not know. Honestly, I did what I can, but it is so powerful what has taken over him.
Well, I guess we'll just have to pray. So for the rest of you kind of standing away, trying not to kind of be a hindrance, kind of the atmosphere is kind of very uneasy. You can see that Rock's kind of got a shadow over him now. Clearly, he feels himself somewhat responsible, having sent Dirk with these much more experienced slayers on this contract. You hear him say, "Was I just pushing him too damn hard?" with all that's been going on, I just thought that we needed the extra boots out there. He's kind of taking it quite hard, it seems. You can see Stolasar kind of walks up to him and puts the friendly shoulder, on his hand, a friendly hand on his shoulder. And you kind of try and convey him that it's a risky world, Rock. It's what we sign up for. Don't hold yourself to blame for this. Once you start doing that, there's no way out of that particular pit. You're right, but still, I can't help but wonder. So, Yendon, you kind of sit with Dirk for the next few hours as the evening goes. You try and ease his pain, but as night falls, he stops breathing, and there doesn't seem to be much you can do.
Is he going to be okay?
It might be best if you leave, Titus.
Maybe if I take a blood sample, maybe I can isolate it. Maybe I can find a way.
Yemva kind of slaps you aside. Just take your tinkerings away from him. Desecrate him. Show him at least a little respect.
Did you say he was half orc?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I just do like a little orcish like morning thing like on him in orcish?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Well, in fact, save that for the funeral.
Okay.
Yemva kind of stands up and kind of closes her eyes and says a little prayer under breath. I'll go and wake Croc. He'll want to.
Perhaps Torek is right. It cannot help Dirk, but perhaps anyone in the future afflicted by the same. If Torek can figure out some sort of cure to this, then it could definitely save lives.
Roll me a persuasion.
Where am I? That's an unnatural 20.
Oh, she kind of still doesn't like the idea of you kind of desecrating the Slayer's body, but she understands the logic. Well, it's not honourable, but it is pragmatic. Go on then, Gnome, do your thing. She turns and leaves to clearly go and tell Rock that Dirk has passed.
Okay, let us loot the body.
You looting the body of blood.
just rifling through his pockets.
Good.
Fuck.
That was really touching, Crispy. Now, how much gold do we get out of it?
Fucking Christ, you pieces of shit.
Well, that'll be the fastest recorded time from getting your steel badges to losing them. So, Torek, you take a blood sample, and you can see there is a clear, kind of unnaturally blue tint to this blood. It's certain that whatever the poison was, A, it's not something you've seen before, and B, it was in very high concentration. You're actually kind of surprised he even made it back to Care Emlyn, given how much was in his blood. I mean, Dirk was quite...
He is a half-orc, so they have a tendency to have a A
be
good
quite
final
resilient.
wind, yeah. Dear
So as you kind of finishing up, kind of getting all that in the vial, Hrok and the other higher ups have come back. They've kind of brought with them a kind of large, kind of silk banner with the same kind of symbol of the shattered fang that kind of adorns the robes that you all have. And they kind of wrap Dirk's body in this kind of shawl. We'll get a pyre ready. We'll give him a proper Slayer's funeral tonight. Send him on his way. So the mood's quite somber in the keep. You can see that the smith Turus is kind of been tasked with preparing this pyre, and he kind of is getting some kind of timber and coals out and stacking us all up. Seems that they kind of managed to kind of get his armor in a reasonably decent condition to be put on the pyre alongside him, his arms and weapons to see him through into the next life. But the body is placed atop this stack, and the fire's lit. As as the fires and the flames kind of lick up towards the corpse, Shug, you kind of start a slow beat of the drum, similar to the music played in your homeland. Roll me a performance, go on.
Sure thing. Rolling that one. You fuck up this.
Hey, Macarena!
Hey, Macarena! 16.
16. So it's like an emotional tribute, and it really kind of sets from the.
I was thinking the same time.
Titus kneels down and sort of grabs some of the dirt and sort of sprinkles it in the air and asks that the ancestors take him.
So, whilst not a Goliath, you recognise a warrior, and you're confident that the ancestors of his tribe would have been proud to welcome him into their halls. So, whilst it's certainly a sad thing to see a fellow Slayer die, you don't think he could have got a much better death than out on the hunt. So Rock kind of takes a moment and then kind of steps forward. Friends, it pains me to do this, but let us not mourn Dirk's passing, but rather celebrate his skill and his bravery. We all know what we do is not a risk-free enterprise, but we do it all the same. Dirk was no exception, and I'm damn proud to have been able to call him my brother. Now, let us all raise a glass in his honour and wish him well into the next life. He kind of gestures and kind of Dolasar kind of cracks open a keg that had been brought out and starts kind of pouring out these kind of mugs of ale. These are kind of handed around. Each of you has a mug put in your hands, and Rock kind of raises to Dirk. Rest well, brother. And with that, he kind of drinks from his mug deeply. And you see Dolasar and Eurus do the same. Even Ronfa and the treasurer who's kind of necking this pint as best he can.
Titus is just sobbing, and he sort of like sobs into Ruland's cloak.
I thought you were going to say into Yenva's shoulder.
Oh, nah. It would be Ruland.
It would be cheapening Dirk's death to try and make a move.
I'm so alone. Please, lad.
I have no one to smash.
Ruland just pats Titus on the shoulder and tries to comfort him.
Is Ruland going to take a drink? Is the question.
Yeah, in honor of
Dirk.
In honor of Dirk.
So everybody, you kind of watch as Ruland kind of takes a big, long wig and Swiss ale, and it's kind of the first time you've seen him consume alcohol.
Well, no, we did the shots back in Wardley.
Oh no, that's true. That is true.
It's not that.
It's not a regular sight though. Any case, but
it's more just a holdover of an oath he made with the monks. But even some of the monks themselves used to drink, so it's not that big of a deal.
But it's not something you've seen.
It's more part of like Ruland's whole like control over his body, like allowing poison to the body and that kind of thing. Like, 'cause that's what key is. It's mastery over your body.
Okay.
As long as he does it in moderation.
So the toasts are drunk and everybody kind of puts the kegs down and kind of a somber silence descends over the courtyard, save for the beating of this drum, and the kind of pyre is kind of fully burning now. You see Yenva and Solstier kind of break away at this point, and you can tell they've definitely kind of got a bit of a limp now. Now that the adrenaline's worn off, their wounds are starting to kind of dog them a little bit, so they've kind of headed off to bed. And Harrock and the others eventually kind of turn to leave you all in the courtyard watching this burning pyre, and left to think about just how dangerous the world has gotten. And that, I think, is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Oh man,
Love it.
Crispy, that was a
That was a very good session.
that was fucking amazing, dude.
It was nicely paced.
I have to ask: was the big bad planned, or did Hunter just piss you off?
It was less for Hunter piss me off, more the point that I balanced that encounter for everybody rolling everything with disadvantage.
Right, yeah.
So it was either like try